Our first combatant from the USA, give it up for Punk!
And it's time for Street Fighter V Top 8 here at Evolution 2017, coming to you live from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am James Chen.
And I'm Sajam. It's good to be here, James. 2 years in a row now, Street Fighter V Finals in the Mandalay Bay, live here on Twitch and ESPN. You know, last year, we were very happy about the lone American who snuck into the top 8, had a nice little run for himself, and a lot of things have changed since then.
Yeah, exactly. We're actually at a point right now where the American could be the favorite here.
I think the Americans are the favorite, on paper, of course, but that's what makes it so good, right? Our first match, a couple of matches here in top 8, USA versus Japan. There's the man himself, Itabashi Zangief, the darkest timeline for Nemo. Of course, he is a big proponent. Zangief, an incredibly strong character in this version of the game. And, you know, this is one of the best to ever do it with the character. I mean, his name is Itabashi Zangief for a reason.
Exactly.
He is the gambler out of Japan. He has a very risky, very obtuse playstyle. Very difficult to wrap your mind around what he's going to go for.
Yeah, one of the interesting things, however, though, is that Street Fighter V has always been an international affair. We've been talking about this all weekend long.
Right.
Every year for Street Fighter, there's always been like 4 or 5 different countries represented. This year, strangely enough, only 2. There's 3 US players, 5 Japan players, and that's it.
That's that, yeah. I mean, we've had a Singapore EVO champion, a France EVO champion, a Korean EVO champion in Street Fighter, but this is the year where there's only 2, the US of A and Japan. It had to come down to this. And there has never been a USA champion in a modern Street Fighter game, Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. But the top 2 seeds in this bracket, Nuckledu and Punk from the US. We'll see if they have it here. Punk, you know, his results lately against Zangief have been a little shaky, but that's to Snake Eyes Zangief from the US. You can see our bracket here, our first match, Panda Global Punk versus Itabashi of Japan. An excellent match.
You almost kind of have to imagine right now that Punk's first match right here against Itazan might be his most dangerous opponent.
Yeah, incredibly dangerous. Du and Kazunoko, the other winner side. Tokido, Fchamp and losers. Moke versus MOV, our other match. Lots of international competition between these 2 countries. And I can't wait to see these matches. You know, we'll get deeper in depth about each of them as they come up, but you know, this winner's bracket, this could be Japan, this could be US, in the winner's finals. It could be a mix of the 2, but I think the favorites are, of course, Punk and Nuckledu.
Yeah, and one of the most exciting things, 8 different players, 8 different main characters. We are going to see as big of a character variety as we can possibly see here in this top 8 tonight.
Exactly, and 2 of the players, you know, Punk and Nuckledu, play 2 different characters as well. So there could be even more than that, right? There could be more than the 8 that we expect.
And you know what? Some of these guys may even have hidden characters up their sleeves. We all remember the year that Infiltration bust out Hakan all of a sudden against PR Balrog. So
yeah, sort of out of nowhere.
Yeah, who knows what we expect to see. But I got to imagine right now, Punk sitting there in that chair that you see there, a lot of pressure on him because he's coming into this event very similarly how Infiltration came into the event last year. Infiltration came in kind of like as the overall favorite. He had been winning everything. And Punk, outside of CEO, which just like Infiltration was one of the only events that they didn't win, you know, but Infiltration came in and won EVO anyway, and Punk, I'd imagine a lot of pressure for him right now.
I mean, if you really think about it, he had that big E-League win, but did not win Combo Breaker, did not win CEO. Those are the 2, you know, big ones if you think about, you know, these local events that we're expecting people to attend. So Punk, you know, as incredible as his results are, not as much as you would expect from someone who comes in as the #1 seed, the most points on the Capcom Pro Tour, and supposed to be the EVO favorite.
Right, and the interesting thing is, usually when you see Punk, he's very relaxed, he's kind of, you know, having a good time and everything, but you saw right there before the smile, you could almost kind of see the concern and the pressure on his, I mean, because he's never had an environment like this. He has not been in an environment with this many people in this arena like this already for him.
Yeah, and a massive target in his back. I imagine coming into this event, almost everybody was preparing for him. In particular, of course, Itabashi Zangief, his opponent. No stranger to this kind of environment. He's an incredibly talented competitor. And the interesting thing, too, you can see the character select there.
Oh.
Punk is thinking about going with that Nash. He had so much trouble in the Karin versus Zangief matchup with Snake Eyes. So perhaps not even going to go with the main character that he usually does pick. But here it is, our first match here at Evolution 2017 in the Street Fighter V Finals. Winners bracket action, Punk versus Itabashi Zangief.
Yeah, it's kind of scary because they've had a whole day to think about this match, and I wonder if they overthought it, but here we go. Ooh!
I've never seen that before, and neither has Punk, as he gets tucked in real quick there by Itabashi, an early start, and you have to be careful. You know, he's constantly going to be moving forward, doing that jump medium kick. It's very hard to anti-air, and it makes Geef so threatening as he comes in.
But the reason why Punk is going with this matchup is that Nash is capable of keeping Zangief out. That fireball is a lot of work to get around for Zangief.
Exactly, but Itabashi, the gambler, the way he plays, it's going to be a lot of jump, a lot of forward medium kick. That's the knee. Wow, the armor to get through the moonsault. What an answer from Itabashi.
We've seen him do that a lot. Use that standing heavy punch armor to get through and combo into the V-trigger.
Exactly, a very important tool for this character, Zangief. And you see that knee, that whiffed forward medium kick, an excellent tool for Zangief to approach. And Itabashi will never stop. He'll never slow. He really wants to get in there at all times. And 2 hits there, the boom and the scythe will clean up that armor. It can only absorb 1.
That's right. And you know, one of the things that's crucial about this matchup, you're watching the life bars at the top. No life lead is really safe for Punk or Nash in this matchup because Zangief is one of those characters that once he gets the momentum on you, the whole thing can go straight down, and we might see that happen right about now. There it is, 2 spinning pile drivers in a row right away.
Reads a jump out, another one, James. It's going to be very close. It is stunned.
Oh my God, and just like that, showing you exactly what can happen with Zangief in one fell swoop, in one sequence.
Incredible round from Itabashi Zangief. Gave him no remorse. As soon as he finds that opening, he capitalizes. It's one of the things that makes Zangief so incredibly difficult to deal with. He just needs one opportunity.
Well, the nice thing for Punk right now, you can see at the bottom of the screen, he's sitting on a full meter. So that means he's got a lot of EX Sonic sights, which I think will help him keep Zangief out if Itabashi continues to jump.
See Itabashi slightly back off there. He actually gave him, oh, he's got the anti-air. Yeah, that is a common trap. It's sort of check and mate. You throw the boom if your opponent jumps. You get the critical art on the other side.
But you know what? Itabashi has that full critical art and a full V-trigger right now, all ready to go. One combo into the V-trigger now that he has it activated, especially now. One hit can lead directly into his critical art.
What a dash under from Punk, the evasiveness. He read the forward jump and just escaped. And Itabashi's got to march all the way down the screen to get back in.
And crucial now, V-trigger gone. The timer is emptied. And so now Itabashi has to find a way to land that critical art without the help. Oh my God, he's going to be a combo into that.
The chase down. He read the jump back. He's got the flex.
A beautiful V-trigger. He got out of there.
Oh, what a throw. Punk was so genius. He knew the flex was coming. And you see how nervous he was. He exhaled there. He knows that this is so dangerous. At any moment, it can turn on its head.
If that throw came out even just a tiny bit too late and the V skill actually triggered with the flex, he would have been able to combo that right into the critical art and been in perfect position to steal that round.
Yeah, it could have been a dead Nash. It would have happened real quickly. There's the punish. That flex is so excellent. It allows you to absorb attacks. And, you know, Nash has a lot of really good buttons to keep Zangief out, but they're sort of laggy on recovery, right? And he can do that. So, you know, it's a very important tool for Itabashi in the matchup.
Of course, Itabashi, you know, the light spinning pile driver, shortest range, and also leaves you the least advantaged afterwards. Oh, but the EX has the range, and it leaves you right up there. What's the mix-up? He's going to go for the meaty. No! He faked it and went for the SPD instead, but it's not enough to take him out just yet.
Anything will do it now. Punk with the resources, though. Itabashi's got to be very careful about how he moves.
Oh, trying to bait Itabashi into doing something. Okay, he's going to spend one of the meters for the anti-air. He's got one more.
Oh, trying to confirm the scythe. It wasn't quite in range. Punk gonna back off here. Clean anti-air. If that was a trade, he would have died, and anything will do it now.
Next jump. Oh, he's just gonna dash him and throw again. Punk with the bold move right there, going right at him, and he gets the throw.
No fear from the young gun, Punk in the US. Crucial moment for him, stealing that round away from Itabashi, who answers back immediately in the second round. Oh, that'll be a punish.
Yeah, that's got to be punished right there. And he's going to use the EX for the damage and the setup. And again, chasing him back, trying to jump away. Was that a stun? Oh, okay, not quite stunned.
No, not going to be a stun. The lows will. Itabashi builds a lot of meter here. Huge resource gain.
He just whipped
the parry. Yes, to build extra resources. Gives you a ton of meter with Zangief. You can see it in the bottom right. He needs those resources, those EX SPDs, to get that damage output, not only out in the air, but on the ground as well.
Right. 1-1 in rounds here in this 3 of 5 match.
Exactly. This could go the distance.
Oh, good start. Yeah, he's going to be able to confirm off of that. And now gaining a little bit of ground against him as well. Oh, now cross summer and combos into the critical art. He's going to do a ton of damage here, but Itabashi's going to have a chance for a little bit of comeback now. As you can see.
Pixel, he's so low on life, blocks it out. Punk, anything will do it now, baits it. And the big forward roundhouse, the perfect Punk. 2 games over Itabashi Zangief of Japan.
See again the amount of stress just from the face of Punk right now. Now Itabashi, on Itabashi's side, that guy smiles no matter where he is. He's happy when he beats you, he's happy when he loses. But right now, you know he wants this win and he needs to take this. Otherwise, Punk will move on.
Many people are calling this the year of Geef, right? He's so powerful in this version of the game, and you know, this year won't last forever. Itabashi's got to try to put something on the board, but Punk, too composed, too in control. The instant overhead attempt in the low anyway.
Didn't even need the stun because he had lost so much health from all the absorption on the armor. He builds a lot of gray health. You can see it in their life bar, and anytime you get hit, you lose all of that amount, including the damage from the move that hits you.
Oh, Punk becoming comfortable, maybe a little too slow. He dashed in there, got a little antsy, and Itabashi punishing for it.
Ah, smart. Just uses the V reversal off of blocking to get out of there. Nash's V reversal, of course, allows him to teleport.
Just escapes, gets you out of positions.
Just a light SPD from Itabashi, so Itabashi not able to really get a setup afterwards, but he gets the jump in this time.
Dangerous range now. You see him swinging. Yes, he wants that V-trigger cancel. Escapes.
He was thinking Punk was going to run away, so he was trying to chase him down, but Punk instead moving forward.
That V reversal out of the air. Punk, a life deficit, but we've seen him work with this before. He's got meter. Oh, what a flex.
And that's enough to take that round. So Itabashi trying to stay alive here in the winner's bracket. Remember, 4 of our players start on winner's side, 4 start in losers. The one in winners, if they lose the match, they just go to the loser's bracket. They're still in the tournament.
Itabashi's still in this set. Those flexes really counting, really adding up here. He's reading those big normals. Now he's seeing the dashes. He's very prepared. Punk has got to try to switch up his strategy here.
You know, of course, Zangief with more health than most characters, so, you know, Itabashi might even be willing to eat some of those anti-air EXs just to drain Punk's meter.
Exactly, he's a huge lumbering character, very slow, but a ton of vitality to get in there. Really make you miserable when he finds that hit, and man, big trouble now for Itabashi to confirm.
And he's gonna combo, and Nash, of course, not a character with a ton of vitality. And you see right there, drain a lot of that life right there.
Gonna be big. Oh, he hit him with a knee. No answer. Punk with a panic moment. He finds the hit. Very dangerous though. Punk, full resources. He needs one big confirm to take this set. Put himself in the winner's finals here at EVO. Itabashi, a very risky jump. Could have got him in trouble. Could have got the critical art. You know he's looking to find that hit. That scythe. The anti-air.
No, he can float. Oh, no! It was in time! Is it gonna kill?
It's enough. He gets the job done. Punk clean 3-0 moves in a winner's finals here of Evolution. And there was no difficulty in that there.
And there we see Punk's family cheering him on, cheering for him to move forward in this. And despite a 3-0, had to have been a lot of nerves there because, like I said, Zangief, a scary character, especially in the hands of Itabashi Zangief, who can be such an unpredictable player.
The gambling man himself from Japan, known for that erratic playstyle, but the solid slow play of Punk was so overwhelming. He had booms in every position he wanted to move in at. He was just so prepared for everything he was going to do, clean anti-airs the whole way.
Absolutely. So one of the U.S. players moves on further in the U.S. bracket. I mean, further in the top 8 bracket.
I mean, it is in the bracket, yeah. We're going to take a peek at it in just a second, show you guys what's going on. So Punk in winners finals. That puts our next match at Liquid Nuckledu of the U.S. versus Kazunoko. 2 top 8s for him this weekend at EVO, a multi-game competitor, incredibly talented, you know, a Capcom Cup champion in Street Fighter 4 as well. You know, he got, what was it, 3rd place this last Capcom Cup in this game. I feel like never talked about or given the credit he deserves as a competitor. And he's going to be a dangerous one for Nuckledu to fight against.
Yeah, because one of the things about Kazunoko is he's such an erratic player.
Right.
You know, when he won Capcom Cup, you know, he has that reputation for being, quote, random,
of course,
right? And, you know, it's just very calculated risks, and he just reads the situations really well. But I feel like that reputation kind of adds to, like how you said, he doesn't quite seem to get the credit that he deserves from compared to a lot of the other guys.
Exactly, and it's a completely legitimate play style, right? That's just the way he plays. Some people like to, you know, bet it all on black sometimes. We are here in Vegas.
Yes.
You got to hit the tables and go deep occasionally, and that's what we're seeing from Kazunoko, right? It's, you know, the legend about him was wake up jab or wake up uppercut, right? That was really the way he likes to play matches. It's the risk that he likes to take. I mean, uppercuts don't land you a lot of damage if you wake up with them, but it's just the fear that they set in people's mind that's so important.
And another thing about Kazunoko, I mean, he is just a fantastic player all around. I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think he's the only player this year at EVO to make 2 top 8s.
Top 8 in multiple games, right? Main games here at EVO at least. I think that he's probably the only one. Incredibly talented. You can hear the crowd for Nuckledu here, of course. Another U.S. competitor. So many people excited to watch him play, the reigning Capcom Cup champion. And look, if you think about the big ones here in Street Fighter 5, the game has not been out a long time. There have been really 2. That was EVO last year, which of course Infiltration won.
Yes.
And Capcom Cup 2016, and that's the champ you see on your screen right there. Right. He is the man who got the W, the first American to win a major event like that in so long, to win an event of that scale with that kind of competition. And there was a lot of, you know, weight on his shoulder. He really struggled to live up to that in the earlier half of this year. And since then, you know, his name has sort of not been the target for a lot of players, and I think that that is where he excels, is when people aren't focusing on him as much.
It was Punk who kind of took over that spot, but almost fittingly, earlier in this tournament, earlier this weekend, Nuckledu did defeat Infiltration in the tournament. And it's interesting, too, because Nuckledu, at this point, because of winning Capcom Cup, I'm sure a lot of us, you know, everyone talks about how dominant he was and how strong he was. That really only came at the last half of the year, maybe even the last third of the year.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the tapes a year ago, you and I were not talking about Nuckledu and how incredibly good he was. He was always a talented player, right, in Street Fighter 4, but not to that level that he is now, for sure. I mean, a global threat in this game, including this man Kazunoko from Japan. Everybody knows how incredibly talented he is. You know, he has that roulette on wake up. It's like he just throws he just throws the ball. Is it going to be black, red, odd, even? Who knows? 0-0, it's hard to say. Kazunoko is that player. He has that reputation for a reason. Yeah. He's a very active, very fast-paced, very forward-moving player. And he's going to deal with the wall that is Nuckledu's Guile. Yeah, and
he is the kind of player that if he was playing at the roulettes, the tables would kick him away, because they'd be like, how are you right that many times in a row? It's supposed to be probability. You're not supposed to be able to have that much success on those kind of gamble situations, but definitely Kazunoko, one of those players who in those gamble situations always seems to come out on top.
Exactly, and that reputation I feel like really helps him, because, you know, other players think to themselves, well, I know Kazunoko's going to gamble, so right here he's going to do something crazy, and then he just plays it nice and safe.
Yep.
You know, he has that reputation for a reason. Incredibly talented player, has been playing fighting games for so long, and he's been so good at so many. So no surprise to see him in this top 8, as well as the top 8 for Guilty Gear this weekend. And I think that this guy has a very strong chance of making it deep in this bracket. If he moves past Nuckledu, it's going to be tough for Punk. Yeah. Even if he gets sent to losers, I think anybody in his path should be worried.
Well, now here's the main question, right? We know Kazunoko's going to go with Cammy. At least we're 95% sure of that, right? But again, we mentioned at the very start, Nuckledu, known for picking several different, actually mostly 2 different characters.
2, yeah.
Guile and Armika.
Exactly.
And I'm curious who he's going to go with against Cammy.
I expect Guile, these 2 played over at CEO, and Nuckledu actually defeated Kazunoko, and it was in that matchup. You know, he has gone to Mika against some Cammy players, right? I mean, he used to do that against Shanghai. his nemesis. He also did it at CJ Truth at
That's
CEO
right.
because he was down with Guile. CJ Truth had him figured out. He switched over to Mika.
That's
So
right,
that's one of
yeah.
those things where it's very player specific, right? Not so much matchup specific.
But one little funny story I would like to tell here, though, is that just earlier in the day, Kazunoko tweeted out, "Is there any Guiles in the venue? I need some practice against Guile." You know who responded?
Who?
Nuckledu. He was like, "I'll help you," smiley face.
That sounds like Nuckledu to me. Don't let his kind of calm, collected face fool you. He is a bit of a jerk in occasions. That's kind of his, you know, he's a playful young competitor. They all have that brazen attitude in a lot of ways. Punk is very similar for that. There's a big stage here, though, so obviously very serious now. But, you know, it's that moment. This is where you have to step up and be on your toes. Is Kazunoko going to be the one to move into this, you know, EVO position in this grand finals, this winner's finals of the bracket? Can he do it? It's going to be very interesting to see. Going to likely be Cammy versus Guile, a matchup as old as time.
Yes. And, you know, again, so the way Guile is going to be playing is that he's going to be trying to zone as much as possible, throwing sonic booms. And Cammy, she's fast. She has great range on all of her normal attacks. She has different ways to get in and change her jump arc on you.
Right.
And so once she gets in, she really wants to overwhelm you. So you're going to see, you know, last match we saw kind of a similar fashion. Zangief trying to get in on Nash. It's going to be similar, except Cammy doesn't beat you by throws, by command throws like Zangief does. She is just going to mix you up, wear you down, and cause you just to block a bunch of moves and take a bunch of gray health.
Exactly. Important, huge jet upper there. Nuckledu sending her in the atmosphere. But the big pickup, he got a little antsy on the dash forward, and Kazunoko capitalizes.
Yep. Immediately activates the V-trigger. Cammy, one of those characters who has a 2-bar V-trigger, so she can potentially get 2 in one round.
See Nuckledu waiting there, and Kazunoko with the first move. He's that kind of player. First move, first decision will likely always be his. So you can see Nuckledu playing very reactively. He's waiting. He's trying to see what Kazunoko will do, what the gamble will be.
Oh, he tried to flash kick, but he did it too late. That EX dive kick came down too fast. The regular flash kick can be hit at the start of it. It's not invincible until a little bit into the move.
The reversal from Kazunoko, the dash up, and Nuckledu has not tried to tech once. Kazunoko's got to recognize that. The big counter hit confirmed into the uppercut. First round, scrambly, and it goes to Kazunoko because of it. Good do here. You really got to slow this down. You got to try to find this range. Yeah, he goes for the air-to-air because he knows Kazunoko wants to jump in. He wants to move forward, but he gets the better of it.
I wasn't expecting Kazunoko to dash under in that air reset mix-up. And now Kazunoko has the corner space here. It's so important to trap your opponent into the corner. They have no more space to walk backwards. That's why Nuckledu goes for the back throw to switch the sides and put Kazunoko into the corner.
But then he gambled with that big EX uppercut, as we know he likes to do. It's an important button. And you see those stray, just heavy kicks from super far away from Kazunoko, right? You know what those are for? They're to try to crush that boom when he throws it. They actually extend your hurt box. So if you are Guile and you throw it, that roundhouse might catch you from very far away.
And, you know, Cammy's V-trigger. Oh, what? He's just going to be able to confirm into the critical art. He had all the meters. He had all the resources ready to go, and Kazunoko is going to take game number 1 with that beautiful confirm for max damage.
Yeah, extremely convincing for him, too. It was 2 quick rounds. So tough for doing that. He really couldn't establish the range that he wanted, right? He couldn't find space. He needed to get away, and Kazunoko constantly smothering. He was recognizing Nuckledu as looking to wait, and so because of that, he is going for the dash up, right? He's seeing that Nuckledu is waiting, so he's dashing in his face, and that's recognition from Kazunoko.
All right. I hear the character select screen.
Yeah, so maybe thinking about it.
I wonder if that means Nuckledu is thinking about changing it.
It's an interesting question.
No, looks like he went with Guile. He's gonna stick with it.
So Nuckledu staying with the Guile here. We mentioned that he does have the pocket Miko, right? A character that he uses quite a bit in matchups like this against certain players as well, but he chooses to stay with this character. And I think the real recognition he has to make here is that Kazunoko is recognizing Du is just down backing and waiting. He knows, all right, he's waiting for me to jump, he's waiting for me to move, and he's just dashing forward since he knows Du is not prepared for it. That allows, you know, Kazunoko to really get in there and cover the space. Nice interrupt.
All right, and now throw into the corner. Here comes the pressure time now. But again, Cammy's V reversal, you see how she jumps forward and turns around. It's such a great side switching tool. So sometimes when you chase Cammy into the corner, you're doing the work for her.
Exactly, she just immediately escapes and capitalizes from it. Quick punish, switch aside. Oh, baits the flash kick. Huge damage output. Kazunoko very close to stunning.
How did that not throw?
He tried a V reversal. He got the EX boom on accident, but picks it up with the forward medium kick anyway, and Nuckledu puts a round on the board.
Yeah, that EX Sonic Boom actually worked so well in his favor because it pushed her back and gave him the advantage afterwards.
Yeah, even better really than the V reversal, right? I mean, he spent resources, but I closed out the round because of it. Neutral jump.
Oh, what a neutral jump, and not a huge amount of damage off that because he jumped in with the light kick, but you know what? It gives him the momentum. It gave him the knockdown.
Yeah, important for Nuckledu. Can't challenge after that hooligan dive kick, right? The regular dive kicks, not as good on block, but the hooligan dive kick's very advantage. You'll see her spin in the air first. Oh, back throw. Nuckledu takes the space to front.
And
he
confirms. And that's gonna go. Oh, it missed. It just missed, but you know what? It's hard to punish that, which is fortunate. And he gets the stun. Oh, Nuckledu!
And he's shook out of the dizzy. He's not dead, but the flash kick anyway. And he was living his life on the line. You better stroke that chin and finish that combo next time, because Nuckledu was living his life a little dangerously.
Now, Nuckledu, you know, for those unfamiliar, it's a little bit of a taunting maneuver from a player to do something like that, but
let him know how you really feel is what it is.
But that's the thing, Nuckledu plays that way. That is his style. He wants to get into your opponent's head, and that's absolutely a strategy, because getting into your opponent's head is what Street Fighter is all about.
Exactly, and a guy like Kazunoko who likes to gamble, if you make him angry, he might start betting it all, you know, and that's what you have to do as a player like Nuckledu to try to get in his head. V-skill used to go through the boom. A lot of people don't value that V-skill, but Kazunoko's made pretty good use of it in this matchup so far.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to use that properly in Kazunoko. One of those players who's able to do that.
Well, these hooligans, and Nuckledu didn't have an answer until right there. Just the down jab.
Yeah, that's one of Cammy's strength. Her forward movement, her dash is so fast, you can catch a lot of people off guard. If they're not hitting buttons, that just opens the door for Kazunoko to get in. Oh, he's gonna get in with that V-trigger, EX uppercut, juggle. And just like that, one of the nice things about Cammy's V-trigger is that essentially, if you use it early enough, she almost kind of gets like 2 to 3 supers around.
Right, yeah, the damage is very comparable. It's a good opportunity for her. It creates juggles and new things that she usually doesn't have. So, you know, she's got a 2-bar V-trigger as well. Wow, it's very high dive kick, but still able to combo. Nuckledu stuck in the corner here. Kazunoko caging him, and you see that. Lands a normal and then immediately dashes behind it, takes that space.
I do like that Nuckledu, however, hasn't been falling for the throw baits from Kazunoko. You see him just throwing out like a bunch of crouching light punch, but look at this. The life deficit's so high right now. He's got to do something, but he stood up and got caught by the hooligan.
Oh, this is a huge deficit for Nuckledu. He's in huge trouble. Got him with the boom, the combo.
But he didn't go into the V-trigger. I thought he would try to go into the V-trigger in the corner. Backs up instead of choosing to go forward after that Sonic Boom. Baits out the EX drill. Blocked in time, but no punish.
Oh, he neutral jump. I wonder if he was looking for a V reversal of some kind. Nuckledu.
Maybe an EX drill.
Oh, the upside down kick. He tried to bet on the throw tech and the down jab reversal. Kazunoko not teching that often. He's really not giving it away. Nuckledu now down 2-1 to Kazunoko, who he defeated over at CEO.
Both of these players have really resisted going for the throw. There's a technique where you walk up to them and then walk away.
Exactly.
We in the community lovingly refers to it as the shimmy, and what you're trying to do is get them to whiff a throw, and then you can punish the whiff on the throw.
Exactly, you're just trying to bait out that throw tech on defense. Nuckledu in trouble here in the corner now. Close to stun, but he fights his way out. Will there be the gamble uppercut? There
it is! You called it, and here is some big damage now for Nuckledu, and it's a stun!
He's gonna get the huge jump, the follow-up combo.
Not gonna be a ton of damage here, but he takes what he can get and goes for the reset at the end. Gets a throw, and another one. How many in a row? No, not a third one. He gets him with the mix-up. Not a throw this time, but the meaty crouch light punch and the Sonic Boom. Taking round 1 here on game 4.
The strength of Nuckledu's offense really paying off for him. You know, EX drill from Cammy to get in there. I don't think Nuckledu will be too upset at that because it side switches and it really doesn't do a ton of damage, right? So, you know, even though he spends his resources on it, not the end of the world, but this offense is overwhelming. Nuckledu in big trouble, tons of stun.
Yeah, trying to back off because he doesn't want that orange bar under his life bar to fill up. That just means you fall dizzy, and the opponent gets a free combo. Wow, Nuckledu's gonna spend it.
Yeah, uses that critical art, spending that bar, those arms swelling up, eats all the spinach. He's a growing boy, he needs his veggies, but Kazunoko the dash up, and that time he finally baited it.
Should have been a combo, but he's going to be able to combo the critical art here. So Kazunoko's going to spend all of his resources to guarantee that he takes this round. Now that's great that he takes this round, but of course the concern is now you come into the next round with basically no resource.
Exactly, and that's a risk for Kazunoko, although he doesn't have good ways past anymore, but the dash up is constantly working. Nuckledu is not prepared for it, you can tell. And his defense is a little shaky here, more than it's ever been. He's taking a few throws. He's not able to keep Kazunoko at bay like he was before.
So he decides to spend some of that meter for the V reversal to try to help him maintain that distance and maintain that defense.
One of the first times he's gone for that. Wow, very fortunate that dude got that trade. A lot of the times, Cammy will just make it through there with a projectile invincibility. Got him.
Oh, that'll work right there. The V-trigger drill also has some projectile invincibility. Doesn't require any super meter resources. Again, I think Nuckledu tried to flash kick there just a little too late.
He just can't make it happen. Wow, in the front attack.
Oh, and there it was! Kazunoko baited Nuckledu into the throw, and he was able to punish it, so he has sent Nuckledu into the loser's bracket. Kazunoko moves on to fight Punk in the winner's side.
Nuckledu in the loser's bracket of this tournament. Capcom Cup champion sent down there to fight against an army of Japanese opponents who are waiting in the wings, of course. I'm sure they'd love to beat Nuckledu, move themselves forward in that bracket, but Kazunoko, like we mentioned, not often given the credit I feel he is deserved as an incredibly strong player. I mean, you know, you think about the two big events we had last year. Capcom Cup was one of them, third place at that. That's you know, the world finals in a lot of ways for just Street Fighter. This is EVO, the big one for every single game where everybody comes to compete, and this is the one you want to win.
And Kazunoko, I mean, you said defeated the Capcom Cup champion. Well, he was defeated by a Capcom Cup champion. Because remember, Kazunoko had won the final year of Street Fighter 4 at the very end. So,
and that was a big win for him, for sure. I think in that one, a lot of people didn't know who to expect in that version of the game, but nice work to him as well. He moves on to that winter finals. We're going to have USA versus Japan. It's going to be a good one. Lots more of this losers bracket action coming up right after this break.
And we're back here at Evolution 2017, coming to you live from the Mandalay Bay here at Las Vegas, Nevada. We have just gone through the first two winner's side matches you can see right here on the brackets. Of course, I am James Chen.
And I'm Sage, and we have an excellent, sort of set of matches coming up. Not only in that winner's finals, but in the losers bracket, we're going to go into a couple of interesting ones. Echo Fox Tokido, who clawed his way into this losers bracket after an amazing performance yesterday. And of course, Splice Filipino champ from the USA. I mean, nobody really expected Champ to be in here except for maybe himself.
Yeah, and look, we talked about how Kazunoko was an amazing player in, you know, multiple games, but perhaps in the history of the fighting game community, there was no player more talented than Echo Fox's Tokido, who you see here walking up. He has had more EVO top 8s probably than any other player in the history of EVO, and he has been coming to EVO since before it was even called EVO, I believe. At least I know he was here at the first one, which was EVO 2002, because he won Capcom versus SNK 2 over there.
Exactly, and he's, as you mentioned, so good at so many games, right? Not even just in the Street Fighter franchise. Like, he was good at the Marvel vs. Capcom games, right? He knew how to play them. He could play Tekken at one point. He was making top 8.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. I mean, just any game that he is interested in, that he wants to spend the time on, he's talented enough to win in it. And not everybody can say that. You know, he is one of the people that you expect to do well here. He has had a 2nd place finish, EVO Street Fighter 4, but since then, you know, in modern Street Fighter games, he's struggled to get the big one here at Evolution.
Yeah, especially last year, because remember, we talked about Infiltration only lost one tournament coming up to EVO, and that was at CEO. The person who beat him was Tokido. In fact, Tokido was 2nd place to Infiltration like 3 tournaments that year, so everyone was expecting it was going to be Infiltration and Tokido as the favorites, and Tokido drowned before top 8s somewhere earlier on in the semis. And so I know he was probably disappointed in himself, and he's looking to make up for that this year.
There he is, Filipino champ, an EVO champion, not in Street Fighter, but in Marvel vs. Capcom, which closed its doors on quite the legacy this year, the final year at EVO. So really happy to see Filipino champ making it out here into the top 8. Obviously, so many people excited for him. The 3rd American in this top 8, right? We mentioned there's 3 Americans, 5 Japanese players.
And you know what? We talked about how Nuckledu has a tendency to try to taunt his opponents and such, but look, we are looking at Filipino champ right here, probably one of the greatest heels that we have in the community. You either love the guy or you're gonna hate the guy, because he likes to talk, and he will let you know how he feels.
Yeah, and he prefers it. I mean, either way is fine with him. He doesn't care if you love him or you hate him, right?
Actually,
either way, as long as you're talking about him.
I feel like he almost kind of likes it more during some of those championship runs at, during his championship run at Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he would like egg on the audience to boo him.
Yeah, and he was totally fine with taking that abuse.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, he thrives on it. And he actually, so unfortunately for him, he didn't get to have quite his shining moment when he made it in the top 8. There were some technical difficulties yesterday, but you know that he would have talked about it. You know he would have had the pop-off of the century.
Of course, yeah, that is sort of his style. I mean, these two have met in tournament before. The last time they played, I mean, it's been very close, but Champ pretty good at dealing with this matchup, right? Akuma, very unorthodox in his approach methods. He has the demon flip out of the air, as well as the air fireball and normal air jumps. And Dhalsim, a character who wants to keep you at bay, who wants to use his long-range limbs to sort of keep you out and keep you in that space, that far-away game. It's very tough for him to do that against a character like Akuma with sort of a weird, funky way to get in a lot of times.
But you know what? Tokido was just recently in Northern California playing against a bunch of top US players, practicing before Evolution, and a lot of those players said that they felt like Tokido was on a level that they hadn't seen him all year long with Akuma.
Yeah, and if there was ever time to peak, it is now at Evolution, the big one. You really got to be playing well here. And of course, Tokido last year playing Ryu, right? I mean, Akuma was not yet in the game. Akuma, the character he's known for legendary moments. You know, this is the character that is really his legacy, and now playing it in Street Fighter V. In this game, and in this version of the game in particular, Akuma very strong.
Right. But Fchamp is going to do his best. I mean, it's kind of interesting that we've seen 3 versions of this match again, this style of matchup. But you're going to see they're all executed very differently. But Fchamp will try his best to keep Tokido out. Akuma very dangerous up close. He's got a lot of damage on the ground if he can get you touching buttons and get a bunch of key counter hits.
Exactly, and here we are, the match. Loser's bracket action. Loser will go home in 7th place here at Evolution. You don't want to claw your way all the way into the top 8 and immediately drop out.
But one of these two has to drop out at this point in time. Great start from Filipino champ with the standing heavy punch to go right under the fireball from Tokido.
Exactly, and you see that float from Filipino Champ, trying to keep his space, but the air fireball was very difficult for Dhalsim to deal with.
Yeah, and that air fireball causes hit stun for days, and so he was able to confirm off of that, and Tokido should have been able to confirm off of that double crouching medium punch, but didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared. He just didn't seem that it was going to counter or be ready for it, but now Champ floating above that fireball, trying to keep that space, prevent Tokido from landing those fireballs and gaining additional chip. Slide under,
yeah, beautiful. Champ is the best at sliding under to just avoid that situation, to not even have to worry about anti-airing. But not this time, not gonna work. Tokido's gonna be able to confirm off of that with the back, heavy punch, and the second part of the uppercut. The V-trigger uppercut is gonna be enough to take that first round.
Yeah, V-trigger for Akuma, huge, one of the best V-triggers in the entire game. Makes Akuma so much more damaging and dangerous. Big jump at the start.
Yeah, same way he started last time with the standing heavy punch. It looked like Filipino Champ was gonna believe he was gonna go for the fireball again, but Tokido that time with the jump.
The fake out there, he went for that dive. You see that drill from Dhalsim. If it hits you by the feet, he's actually very advantageous. He can follow up with pressure, but you know, Tokido trying to parry it, and that's the little mind game they have going.
All right, Tokido gets in there with that demon flip and the punch follow-up, and now he has Filipino Champ all the way in the corner using the EX Red Fireball to cook him a little bit. Builds up all that gray health. He got him with the towards heavy punch.
The big throw bait. Now a lead. Tokido has corner positioning, but fighting out his Filipino Champ. No cancel.
Yeah, he was expecting it. That's why Tokido didn't even punish it. That should have been a true punish off of that slide.
He's not prepared. It's kind of a little mix-up in a mind game for him. There's the cancel this time. No anti-air, but he gets the jump back medium punch.
Yeah, and it's dangerous because as long as you stay in that fire, you're losing a little bit of health. Oh, he got him! And it's gonna reach the second half again. Same move, same ending here to take game number one. And Tokido, known in the FGC as the murder face, he actually gave himself that nickname, but known in this community as the murder face, and you can see it right there, the death stare from Tokido.
A single strand out of place in that murder face, and Tokido, incredibly good chase down. He had a couple of dashes there, knew that Fchamp was going to go for that float that he's been going to so often, right? And it was just a good read from him. A little air fireball, yeah, a little bit of a miss from Filipino Champ with that back heavy punch, and now a miss air teleport, a couple of kind of nervy drops from Filipino Champ.
Oh, couldn't get under the fireball in time with that slide. Now those slides are all dangerous because they're all very unsafe. It's hard to make them, it's hard to space them out so that they are safe.
Yeah, that's a big issue that Dhalsim has. He's got to be very on point with spacing for everything. The limbs, the slides.
Yeah, and Tokido's going to use the V reversal to prevent Dhalsim from getting any advantage off of that V-trigger activation. But nice back throw from Filipino Champ. Gets himself out of the corner, and now you see he's got a lot of space behind him, a lot of stage to go backwards and cause Tokido to take little bits of damage here and there.
Big fireball. He got him the knockdown. He approaches. This is huge now. Tokido can activate if he finds a hit. Clean anti-air. Oh, okay, again, you see the bait. You see the bait from Filipino Champ. That drill is spaced at the legs, advantage. So Tokido's trying to parry it preemptively, but Champ whiffing the drill, baiting the parry, getting the punish.
Oh, nice. There was the success on the parry right there. So if Filipino Champ had gone for a whip drill, he would have been able to bait it out again.
Exactly, that fake teleport in place, this time the punish.
Ooh, but it landed meaty enough that Tokido was going to be safe.
Ooh, misses confirm again. Yeah, drop from Tokido.
And that's a crucial drop, even though it was just a throw, but it was a back throw into the corner. Look at all this damage he's been taking off of the fire, and he's still cooking on there.
Yeah, huge, great damage added up. Very unfortunate. Tokido lost a lot of life. 900 HP on Akuma. That's starting to low. I mean, that's a pretty low vitality, tied for the lowest in the game.
Yeah, he actually started with even lower vitality from before. And now, a little bit of that buff there feels like it was one of the key things that make Akuma a much stronger character right now in this second season.
Big chase down. Tokido looking for that low, couldn't find it. The air fireball in the approach. Another one. Anything will do it now. The sniper is dangerous. The EX air fireball. Tokido trying to find his way in, and the slide. Low profile. You see Champ so happy about it.
Standing up, and you know, he is an emotional player. He is an emotional man. You can definitely see exactly how he's feeling at every given moment. And as much of a heel as, you know, we said he is so dedicated. He is very serious. He studies this game. He is such a strong player. a scientist of the game.
Exactly, and Dhalsim players not generally known for that. I feel like, you know, usually just play kind of by feel. They react, they play that style, but he really studies the numbers, and that is just a play style. Wow, big back fierce anti-air.
But wake-up buttons from Filipino champ catching Tokido off guard, and there's a nice little addition to Dhalsim's arsenal, that crouching down back medium kick.
Yeah, brand new move in this version of the game, and obviously you can see Champ utilizing it well. Punishes the whiff throw.
Oh no, missed. Oh, actually he went for the whiff jump medium punch into throw. Tokido sniffed it out and was able to punish Fchamp instead.
Yeah, defensive throw tech worked out for him. You see the demon flip, it's a big issue. Champ got around it once, but you gotta guess what he's gonna do as the follow-up. Big stun, should be the round, is the round. Tokido cleans it up quick.
Again, this is the loser side bracket, so whoever wins 3 games first will move on, but the other player, they will go home. They will be eliminated out of the tournament.
7th place, of course. And you see that EX Demon Flip goes for the slide follow-up. It stays very low to the ground. Another bait Filipino champ.
I wonder if Tokido just, you know, he's feeling like even if he does get hit by that, it's not a huge amount of damage, but if he lands the parry, he gets so much momentum off of that, just like this with that EX air, with the regular air fireball.
Yeah, huge corner carry on this. He's got good positioning for himself as well.
Tokido going with the Throw OS Air Yoga Gale. It's an option select, a way to avoid multiple advances from the opponent.
Pulling out that fireball, trying to move in. Tokido, there's that drill again. We've very rarely seen him go in with it, right? Trying to fake out the parry. That time he goes for the punish.
Yeah, Tokido sniffed it out that time, but he just wasn't fast enough with the standing medium kick.
Tokido with the deficit, very close to building his V-trigger though. See in the bottom left, he's got V-trigger available. Like, oh, and the big low.
Oh, yeah, so Dhalsim can jump back and hit light punch, and that acts as a, since it's a jumping attack, it can hit you if you're crouch blocking. So he faked it by, you saw him go up, down, and then went for the low instead. Tokido took the bait, stood up, and got caught in the legs.
Yeah, the jump back normal, a little bit, you know, more unsafe, but, you know, it's a round closer. People expect it at the end, and because it's expected, you can go for the second option. Corner positioning already. This is important. Tokido really got to try to maintain this if possible.
He's going to use the V reversal to get Tokido out of there. And the fake teleport stays in the corner.
Ooh, lands with the jab. Tokido, he's got positioning still. Punishes the dash in. He was ready.
Oh, but punishes the back roll. That's a little bit of a setup there. I feel like that should have been punished, but it doesn't matter anyway. Filipino champ is going to get the stun, and he's going to take game number 3 and go up 2-1, and you can see trying to hold back some of those emotions. Like I said, a very emotional player, and he's trying right now to channel that emotion so that he doesn't overwhelm himself.
And you see the murder face, deep in thought. Tokido trying to figure it out, trying to, you know, adjust his game plan on the fly. This is one of those kinds of games, right? You really have to search inside yourself what you know about the matchup, the player, what you're doing wrong, try to adjust on the fly. So difficult in this kind of environment on a huge stage like Evolution.
Yeah, and Tokido kind of on the opposite side. Like last year when he finally got that win over Infiltration, he really credited a lot of calming techniques. He'd been studying a lot of yoga and trying to keep himself calm.
Yeah, one of these players trying to keep their emotions in check, the other one letting them, you know, flow freely. Corner positioning for Tokido. He spent so much of the set here.
Ooh, standing medium punch confirm into the EX Tatsu. Now this corner pressure now from Tokido. Gets out of there with the slide into V-trigger. Tokido backs off because he doesn't want him. Oh, he baited him to throw a fireball. Wow.
Huge damage. Another mix-up works out. Very close to stun.
Oh, nice block from Tokido. He's backing off because he just doesn't want to get stunned. And he sees the Dhalsim teleport. He doesn't want to deal with that mix-up. Oh, recovered in time to block that air fireball. Very fortunate. But now you can see this very kinetic pace from Filipino champ. He is going crazy with these air teleports.
He's in big trouble now, though. Oh!
And now, 1 round away from eliminating Tokido and moving on in the loser's side bracket. Can Tokido come back these 2 rounds in a row? He would still need to win 1 game after that.
It's going to be difficult for him for sure. Filipino champ really finding his element here. What a block, though, from Tokido, and an interruption on the dash.
A lot of corner carry on that combo, so Tokido went for it. Here he gets a knockdown close to stun. What's the mix-up? He goes for the throw, but what a throw tech. But then the cross-up from Tokido does get the stun.
Could be enough to kill. It's gonna be. It is. Spent all the resources to do it. Tokido stays alive in this bracket.
All right, Tokido needs to take this round to tie it up 2-2. A lot of pressure right now. The nerves that these players must be feeling.
Pulling anti-air again. Look for the throw, didn't find it. And really, look at all this offense and chip that he's adding up. It's just brutal.
God, look at all that gray health that has been built up on Tokido's side.
Anytime you block a medium or heavy normal, it adds gray damage, and it comes back very slowly.
Tokido really having a trouble landing a target right now. Filipino champ, his kinetic style from last round really working right now. He's being such a difficult target to catch. Oh, the V, he parries it! He saw the V reversal coming out, so he got the parry off of it.
He's so close to stun. The throw, he's gonna get the game off this. Tokido, a massive comeback, a huge swing, and he stays alive.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, that parry on the V reversal had to have been an option select. He has a certain timing that he can hit the buttons, that if that V reversal doesn't come out, he continues his offense the way it does. But if Filipino champ does the V reversal, Tokido is hiding the V skill presses in a bunch of commands that he has, and it comes out only if Filipino champ does the V reversal.
I mean, in that situation, he activated the V trigger off the forward fear, so he had the freeze frame. He didn't even need to option select it. He could just see it right in front of his face.
The V trigger was the option select, actually.
Yeah, in a sort of way, right? Like, you can see what's going to happen there. The medium Tatsu confirmation. It's very important. As Akuma, you have to confirm medium Tatsu if they're crouching. Light Tatsu, it's standing. So, you know, it takes that extra little kind of motivation. You got to really keep your eyes open if you're Tokido.
All right. Now Tokido going in on him, but nice counter poke right there from Filipino champ. Goes with the whiff jump medium punch into immediate low. Catches him with the slide into V trigger.
You see that float, trying to stay out of there. Keep that range for himself. He's got the lead. When you have the lead, the float's so important. It shuts down more angles of the screen than usual. Yep, you see that. He's got that medium punch. Horizontally covers the entire air.
All right, just defense right now. Oh, he's gonna activate it. Try to chase him down. He's gonna get in. But so far, good defense from Filipino champ, and he teleports to the other side now. A lot of work for Tokido. Oh, good defense. Oh, he's gonna be able to punish that, but he doesn't.
He didn't make it in time. The air fireball and the trade works out. Champ with the round.
Yeah, the back medium punch reaching high enough, just high enough to trade with the fireballs. Had he gone with the light punch instead, for example, he would have been in for a world of hurt.
That float jab, an important tool for Champ to utilize in this matchup. Slide under, but Tokido was ready with the jab.
All right, tries to go in there. Filipino champ staying away, but Tokido's gonna use that V reversal to push him into the corner.
What a jump, he knew it wasn't a true block string.
Did you see Tokido dash back under to make sure that he kept Filipino champ in the corner? And Filipino champ's gonna be okay with taking that light punch out of the air. However, he's not gonna be okay with taking that frame trap from Tokido.
Huge damage, +8 on that EX fireball. Gains in pressure, that's why Filipino champ with the V reversal.
Do not want to be under Dhalsim's fireball when it's dropping on your head. Oh no! Again, he read that whiff jump medium punch and he gets the throw on Fchamp.
Huge though, Filipino champ with a lot of resources. Doesn't survive to use them. He's gonna go into the last round though. 3 bars, full critical R. That's gonna be a ton of damage against Akuma if he lands it.
Tokido finally getting that towards heavy punch to work against Filipino champ. Oh, that's going to be punishable, yeah. And back plus heavy punch is going to give him the knockdown combo into the demon flip.
That's like a pop fly. He just swatted him out of the air.
And now Tokido trying to put this pressure on Filipino champ, trying to find a way out of the corner right now. He just needs to find one opportunity, and no one is better at that than Filipino champ. There we go. There's one right there. You see, he got the combo and was able to teleport out of the corner.
Yeah, so scrambly. Champ running for his life here. He's in trouble. Tokido very close to V-trigger, though. You know what that means. The Raging Demon, he's got to confirm. He could spend it.
He's going to uppercut into critical art. No, he saves it.
Fake the demon setup, and he got the meaty because of it. Tokido is going to take it over Filipino champ.
Tokido is gonna move on, and one of the 3 U.S. players has been eliminated. Fchamp taking it all the way to the last round. What a strong, strong player in Filipino champ, but you can see how much respect he has for Tokido, a man who usually will, you know, talk a little trash to opponents who defeat him, but not in this case, because he knows the kind of competitor that Tokido is. Nothing but praise and respect for his opponent.
And you know, that setup that Tokido did at the end really preyed on the knowledge of his opponent. It was one of those setups where he was threatening a Raging Demon. And to beat that, you have to jump, you got to hold up. So you saw that's what Champ did. Tokido instead stuck out the button, caught him jumping, got the kill. And that's the kind of like next level knowledge, when you know your opponent knows. You know, and that's only at the highest level that you can utilize stuff like that. And that's why it's so important to know this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think the best summary I'd ever heard was, you know, a good idea beats a bad idea in a fighting game.
Right.
Great idea beats a good idea. The best idea beats the great idea. And the worst idea beats the best idea.
You know, and the worst idea is to tune away during the ads that are going to be coming up here in the middle of this Evolution Top 8. More amazing matches coming up soon.
And we're back here at Evolution 2017, the most prestigious fighting game tournament in the world. We are in the middle of Street Fighter V Top 8.
It's been an excellent one so far. I mean, I think Tokido versus Champ, one of my favorite matches I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
That match was spectacular, both of them showing off a lot of stuff that, you know, it's so good to see. I mean, high-level Akuma is very hard to find. You know, he's really an innovator of that sort of stuff,
Right.
so it's incredibly impressive to see. And you guys are about to see the bracket we have here at Evolution. It's a good one. We have Moke from Japan versus MOV. Japan on Japan action. I think a lot of people didn't know that much about Moke coming into this event. He is a, you know, online player, very talented in Japan, master ranked player, which is very difficult to do, and I think he's one of the dark horses in this event.
Yeah, he hasn't traveled to a lot of events, so people weren't aware of him. He did win, well, he got second place in the online CPT.
Only to Kazunoko, who got first place in that. You guys can actually check out those matches if you want to see some more of Moke after this event. Over on the Capcom Fighters YouTube channel, there is all those matches, including the grand finals. Moke versus Kazunoko is an excellent one. MOV, the only player to make top 8 both years of Street Fighter V here at Evolution.
And that is quite an accomplishment too, because this year he did it with Chun-Li. Now, last year we had a lot of Chun-Lis in top 8 because she was a very strong character. Between season 1 and season 2, she got downgraded a little bit. You know, they considered her maybe a little too strong, so they weakened a few things here and there. And a lot of the Chun-Li players were basically like, you know what? This is not working for me anymore, right? So they just kind of abandoned the character, especially like a lot of the players who made top 8 last year.
Exactly, there was multiple Chuns last year in top 8. She was an incredibly powerful character. She still is good.
Right.
But you know, MOV is really one of the few people putting in work with her.
Yeah, and he has done it with this character that a lot of people thought might be too weak to make an EVO top 8. The other character also being Nash.
Yeah.
And remember, MOV and Bonchan, who was using Nash, had to fight each other to get into this top 8. So we would have seen a Nash or a Chun-Li, two characters that everyone had kind of written off.
For sure.
So it makes me happy to see a player like MOV make it this far with that character.
And I mean, we saw Nash from Punk, right, to beat Itabashi just earlier. So a character a lot of people counted out. There he is. You see Moke, the Rashido theme in the background here at EVO. All the way from Japan, an incredibly talented player.
We just got to let people hear the singing going along here in this stadium. But man, I will tell you one thing though. This is his first trip to the United States.
Oh yeah?
I'm pretty sure it is. And he is walking onto the stage with thousands of people singing the Rashid theme for him.
I mean, that's got to feel good. I can't imagine anything that would feel better. This character, Rashid, very strong in this version of the game. Definitely one of the strongest characters. He's so good at controlling, cornering, caging, stopping everything you want to do. But of course, there he is, MOV from Japan, returning top 8 finalist here at Evolution. I think a lot of players really respect him. He's been around for forever. He made top 8 last year with Chun-Li. Look at this man come out.
Oh my God, he's flexing the arm representing Team Graft.
You know, I'm a big fan of those Team Graft guys. I really dig their style. They seem really nice to me.
I think Team Graft is the best team possible.
They seem like an amazing team, James. I'm a really big fan of them. And I mean, MOV's, you know, general showmanship has always been incredible. And Graft seem like really nice people as well. I mean, supporting him all the way out here.
Exactly, exactly. I think Graft is pretty much the best right now, right?
I do think they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty good.
I'm a big fan of Graft, they've been giving out a lot of stuff, so thanks to Graft for supporting.
Shout outs to Graft, exactly.
MOV and other players, including Fudo, you know, second place at EVO last year, incredibly good.
Yeah,
so,
the best.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yes, exactly. So, but this is going to be a great match. This is going to be a great match. I expect to see all the EVO shills in the chat now.
EVO shills posted alongside our ATP RTSDs 4s, our Sandstorms. So Lord Darude for making that happen. We have an excellent match coming up. Likely will be Chun-Li versus Rashid. And both of these amazing competitors out of Japan as well. You know, only 2 Americans left in this top 8. So it's going to be a good one. Moke Rashid. I'm excited to see this player. You know, he got all the way up, lost to Nuckledu to make top 8 winners.
Oh, that's right.
He could have made top 8 winners here at Evolution. Wild to think he is an EVO finalist now after all that. So, you know, impressive. And I'm sure these two familiar with each other. And it's going to be a good match. There's a lot of, you know, MOV shows so much character knowledge and awareness at all times, but Moke as well, a specialist, both of them. And I think every Japanese player we have in top 8 here, a specialist with their character. Only us dirty Americans counterpick with other characters like you saw Punk do.
I think Moke almost kind of counts as the Yukadon this year. Like if you kept track of him, you knew how good they were before coming into this event. But last year, I remember when Yukadon made top 8, a lot of people weren't as aware of him. He was a little more well-known than Moke, but there's always that one player that kind of sneaks in and ruins the
similar.
fans.
Like Yukadon got like 2nd place to Kazunoko at like Tokyo Button Mashers last year, I think it was. And like that was the event where everybody saw him and they're like, this guy's pretty good. And then same thing here at EVO, right? Does that mean he's making a 3rd place run here at EVO?
I know, right?
Is that what we're about to see? Because Yukadon, you know, an amazing run last year at Evolution as well. So, you know, both these guys showing up killers, and that's what, you know, you got to expect. There's so many players at Evolution, studying all of them is incredibly difficult. And a guy like Moke can come out and surprise you and show you his real strength, the real power, in not only himself, but his character.
But I love the smile on Moke's face. You can see he's having a great time because, you know, if this is your first time in this kind of environment, like I said, the event that he got 2nd place in before was an online event. He was playing from the comfort of his own home.
Oh, yeah, he was chilling at home, making a pot of coffee in the background, hanging out, relaxing.
Now he's playing here on the biggest stage. One of the biggest stages in all of video games, in competitive video games.
Yeah, this is Evolution. This is where it counts. And Moke has made it count. Top 8 here from Japan. Japan on Japan match, of course. Winner will move on in the bracket. Loser will go home. 7th place here. Tied with Filipino champ from the US. There he is, Rashid of the Turbulent Wind, of course. Brand new character in Street Fighter V.
That's right.
You might not have seen him. He is sort of similar to the Shoto characters. In some ways, he's sort of like a hybrid Shoto.
Yeah, one of the things about Rashid that I've always liked is that I feel like he's a really unique and kind of brand new Street Fighter archetype of a character. And you can see right there, just this is what you're going to see from Rashid. He's going to push the opponent into the corner with one of these combos or spinning mixers, and then from here, he's just got mix-ups for days, and he's going to pressure you with that crouching heavy punch. But MOV with the counter-attack.
Yeah, Chun-Li, a very strong character, incredibly good normals. That's really what her MO is, right? She has great range buttons, great ability to kind of, you know, walk back and forth, punish you when you miss your attacks. Good offense as well.
That's going to be safe on block, and throws out a 2nd one to catch Moke, trying to counter poke.
That air legs from Chun on the approach. Activates the wind, and that allows him to enhance his attacks, get mix-ups and setups off of it as well.
But this defense from MOV has been ridiculous. He has not been falling for any of the baits that Moke is trying to catch him in. And he's going to get the throw and take round number 1.
Yeah, all the way from Japan. Incredibly strong competitor. You know, thing about MOV, he's been playing Chun probably before some of the viewers in the chat at home have been born.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, at one point in time, this is a very popular story about MOV. He said in 3rd strike, his Chun-Li should be banned because it is impossible to beat.
Yeah, exactly. Not Chun-Li the character, only when he plays Chun. And that's incredibly true. You know, you can see how good he is with the character, the whip punishing. Expect to see that a lot. He's going to use the heavy punch, that fierce, right into the activation punish.
And you know, it's one of those interesting things. One of the things that makes Rashid so good, oh my God, he's got the stun. He might be able to take the first game off of this. Oh no, he drops his combo, but you know what? Oh, he tried to attack, and he's going to get caught.
Oh, he went off the wall, but he wasn't having it. The jump back air throw. This is why his Chun-Li should be banned. That is MOV, and he's telling you, showing you who he is.
What an air throw to take that game. MOV going up 1-0. And you know, I was just about to say, one of the, I feel like, things that makes Chun-Li able to fight this fight is that her normals do have a very good reach. They reach very far. And Rashid, he actually beats up a lot of other characters because he controls that mid-range space. But I don't feel like he has that same kind of advantage against Chun-Li necessarily.
There's that heavy punch into the activation. You can expect to see that so often. MOV will stick out that heavy punch, and if it doesn't hit, he won't activate, but this is a big tornado combo. Gets the rolling afterwards, and he's going to have offense, the throw. Pushing him to that corner, trying to work this offense.
It's not over yet. MOV Still not that far behind in life, especially now. Maybe one throw. He went for it, but he did it too early. It whipped, and Moke was able to punish that throw with his own throw.
Yeah, unfortunate. A little early on the throw, maybe a little too far even. And that's a tough one. MOV was looking strong before that. Moke trying to regain this footing, become comfortable, really.
And you see that standing heavy punch, crouching heavy punch from Rashid. Those are those scary, scary moves. That sideways chop and the downwards chop.
Yeah, both of those normals incredibly potent. If they land, they lead to big damage and pressure. Couple of throws. MOV finally connects that fierce into activation again.
How many times has he landed that already? And he's got, oh! Just a heavy kick. He was hoping for perhaps a crush counter so that he could get more damage. Nice. Oh, but you want not to be outdone. Moke goes with his own wake-up invincible move. And now all the way into the corner.
And you see, that was a checkmate scenario. He was stuck. He went for the throw. MOV jumped to avoid it. Tornado was still there. He had the coverage, right?
Yeah, I almost feel like MOV was trying to go off the wall to jump over the tornado.
Oh, you might be right. He might have tried to use that air evasiveness to get out of there, but it's so difficult, right? I mean, in that kind of scenario, it's a huge hitbox on the tornado, massive. It's tough to get around it, even for Chun-Li.
And even Moke with a little bit of a head shake there, despite winning that game.
Yeah, oftentimes, you know, as a top player, even if you win, you know that there are mistakes you made. You're trying to clean those up here.
Look at this pressure now. But that standing light kick, such a good anti-air for Chun-Li. A little nerfed in Season 2, but still allowed him to anti-air and get out of the corner at the same time.
Yeah, that anti-air from Rashid, the heavy mixer, the one that goes straight up. Much, much better in this version of the game. And it's so powerful. The throw, it's 2 in a row.
And
it's
a third. 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out.
Okay, batter up. He gets the job done. MOV on defense there. Didn't want to believe that there'd be a third one. Crushed, picked up, corner carry, massive.
Just like that, yep.
Counter hit confirmed.
Yep. Now close to stun. The stun is the danger, and he did not believe MOV would wake up with the EX bird kick. Oh! But there you see the long legs of Chun-Li off that jumping heavy kick, beating Moke's anti-air.
Finds a big combo, gets the rolling afterward. He's got the setup neutral jump, likely to beat a spinning bird.
And I've seen a lot of backdashes from MOV on Wake Up. I feel like that's the adjustment. The jump back throw OS, not as effective, but now there's a backdash throw OS that people have been trying to use.
Anything will do it now. You got to be very careful if you're Moke. Ooh. A little crouching short, sneaks it in there, gets the advantage in this set. 2-1 now. Moke in the lead over MOV.
And that was dangerous too, because MOV had full resources. If he had just gotten one counter hit stand medium punch or something, that would have led straight into a combo right into critical art, and he would have taken that round. MOV again, only player to make EVO top 8 in both years of Street Fighter V, back to back.
It's a different game than we saw last year, a different climate.
Goes for the air throw, and that led perfectly into the meaty towards heavy kick.
Back throw from MOV, looking good in this round. You see, very rare that he throws the fireballs. He's just trying to keep to this ground game.
All right. Oh, backs off so he can activate the V-trigger, but I love MOV walking up to block the tornado. It's only 3 hits. If you block it, it goes away, and you don't have to worry about the mix-ups.
Yeah, the longer you wait, right, the more that tornado is out, the more Rashid can capitalize. Spinning bird, MOV trying to find that space for himself, fighting back with a reversal, but okay, great positioning to lead. He's got a lot of meter to work with. Get some chip, some gray.
Look at this, just very, very patient right now for Moke. Doesn't really want to put himself in a position where he can be, oh, there it is. He gets the back throw, and again, that's what I mean. He doesn't want to put himself in a position where one big hit can lead to a lot of damage. He was playing very safe, found the opportunity on the whiff jump from MOV to get the back throw and take that round. He is at match point.
And that's how you do it. That's how you close out a round. You stay compact. You don't hit anything too big, anything that can allow your opponent to punish you. You see Moke doing that, the clean anti-air. MOV escaped the corner, but Moke still looking solid in this round here. Great in this set.
Oh, baited the throw, and he's gonna get the confirm off of the EX fireball into the EX legs.
No anti-air from MOV. He could have stayed ducky and done that EX spinning bird. Throws the B reversal. Doesn't get the second, although he tried.
Now this pressure, see, there you go. That's why you want to get that tornado out of play, because there's so many good mix-ups that Rashid gets off of it. Oh, he's going to be able to confirm. Mixer, one more mix-up. You need, wow, wake up crouching light kick right into EX legs.
He took the risk, though, confirm he gets the job done, and Moke sends MOV out of the tournament, the only returning top 8 competitor, and you can see he's not happy about it.
Oh, man, yeah. That's 2 years in a row now. He's made it to the promised land here, but he was not able to find the treasure that he was looking for. He has been eliminated out of this tournament in 7th place.
Showing for him that he's probably not the happiest with, of course, making top 8 here, an incredible feat, but you always want to go the distance, of course. So him and Filipino champ out of the tournament in 7th place.
That's right, and again, to be able to make it back-to-back, last year and this year, with the same character, the character that, you know, got nerfed a little bit this season, but that just speaks volumes on how strong of a player he is, how consistent he is, and that is no easy feat.
Right. It doesn't, you know, it's clearly not the strength of the character, right? It's that his abilities and his dedication to being an expert, and that's incredibly impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately for MOV, his run ends here in 2017, and Moke is going to move on. Now, the 2 players who lost in the winner's side have been moved down to the loser's side.
Exactly.
And so the 2 players we just saw win and on loser side are going to be competing against them.
And if you didn't understand that, we have a handy-dandy bracket here for you. Although James had a lovely, lovely explanation. Of course, that means, like he said, Tokido beat Champ, so that means he moves on to play Nuckledu. Of course, Moke beat MOV. He moves on to play Itabashi, Zangief. So that's our losers bracket here. Winners finals is set, as you can see, Punk versus Kazunoko. We are now into the top 5 here of Evolution.
And it's interesting because Moke, he's only been able to fight his countrymen so far. Everybody else has had a US versus Japan. You see US versus Japan all over the place. But Moke has had to fight and eliminate MOV, and now he has to go up against Itazan.
And I'm sure nobody wants to play Itabashi. That man is a dangerous opponent in so many ways, but that is, of course, another loser bracket match. So, you know, loser of those matches will go home in 5th place in the bracket.
Right, tied for 5th.
Tied for 5th. Not a bad showing, but you always want to make more. Maybe making top 8 at EVO is a great feeling. Yeah. But you got to get the W, right? That's what really matters. Absolutely. And, you know, the worst possible feeling, if you're a guy like Nuckledu who makes top 8 winner's side, losing in winners, losing in losers, and getting 5th place, it's a horrendous feeling. When
you get into the winner's side and you have this, like, net, you have this safety net. I can lose one game and keep going. But then when you get there on winner's side, you're so happy. But when you then go and lose 2 in a row to go straight out of the tournament, it is a terrible feeling. It is definitely a terrible feeling. Are we really doing the wave in here?
The wave is happening. I don't know what year it is, James, but they're about it here at EVO. I mean, fighting game fans, you know, there's a rhythm to combos, so they have some kind of rhythm in their bodies to get the wave done, but I was a little worried, I mean, if you look at my palette, you'll know that I have no rhythm in any bone in my body, but that's just what we're born with, right? What could we do?
Well, we are here at Evolution 2017, of course, top 8 action going on. Some of the best players in the world, and look, this year had so many killers, and you're not seeing them here in top 8 because they all got eliminated beforehand, but there are so many powerful names that didn't make it this far, and just because they're not here at top 8 doesn't mean we should discount them. Definitely, you know, it's almost like shout outs to our fallen heroes, you know, during the course of this event.
Pour one out for all those people, all those EVO champions from past who haven't made it, all those incredible competitors, the people who have the most CPT points. So many people are not here in this bracket. They've already been defeated this weekend, but these 2 are still living in the losers bracket. 2 of the finest to ever do it, an incredible young gun, and somebody who you said, I mean, has been competing at EVO probably since Nuckledu was, you know, before he went to kindergarten.
Right?
That's actually probably factual.
Yeah, I don't think that's an exaggeration at all.
What was the first EVO he went to? You said 2002?
2002, and I believe he was at B5 as well, which was even before Evolution. So that was in 2001. I believe Tokido was there.
Nuckledu, of course, probably 4 or 5 years old when Tokido was here competing. Incredibly young competitor. And it is new versus old. That is the matchup we have here. Will likely be Guile versus Akuma. You know, and Akuma's got to crawl his way in. That's going to be sort of this matchup, right? He's got to move, he's got to try to fight and make space happen. And when he gets that offense, he's got to capitalize.
He is indeed going to go with Guile. So we haven't seen Armika just yet from him, but I do think that this is the proper pick. Guile with the EX flash kick has better wake-up options to at least make Tokido think about putting some of those meaty attacks in there.
Right.
And then also, if he comes in with an air fireball, he does have a projectile invincible version of the flash kick.
Yeah, flash kick goes through projectiles. So it's one of those things where, you know, air fireball is great against so many anti-airs, but not particularly Guile's. The only way to really bait it out is the jump and air EX fireball, which costs one of your meters, you know, a resource that's very valuable. So yeah, Nuckledu has been good in this matchup. You know, Tokido has lost to many Guile players before in this exact matchup, and it's for this reason you're seeing, right? The screen control from Guile, incredible against Akuma. He doesn't have good ways to make it in.
God, he has just walked into so many attacks, and he's already down over half his life.
Yeah, that red fireball from Akuma, good for blowing through those sonic booms, but it doesn't get the job done indefinitely, right? Akuma is going to have to approach sooner or later.
You can see Tokido trying to whip punish something, unable to get it. Wow, Nuckledu trading with that crouching heavy punch. That is a trade he will take any day of the week.
Yeah, you can see how comfortable he is in this match. If it stays in neutral, then he is going to take the set, right? That's just how this goes. If Akuma can find the hits, the offense, that's when he has the best chance.
Oh my God, the patience from Nuckledu. But that's the thing. You will oftentimes take that throw instead of trying to throw back. Because you saw after he got thrown, he got pushed pretty far away, and there's really not much Tokido or Akuma can actually do to take advantage of that.
Exactly. So, and that's the smart choice, right? That is smart defense, knowing stuff like that, as Nuckledu does. And you can see he's really matching the fireballs blow to blow here. This is where it works out. You saw Guile control the last round the entire time, but if Akuma can find his way in, get that offense, so slippery.
Ooh, wow, wake up EX Demon Flip. He's gonna get the knockdown, and now Tokido trying to chase him down. You see Nuckledu, but there's the trick right there. Nuckledu dashed in and got the throw because he's switching so suddenly from defense to offense.
Oh, Nuckledu, the reactions, the young man reactions. You may have been here 15 years ago playing, but I am only 15 years old. I have those reaction times. Incredible work from Nuckledu to be prepared. And that was wild.
That was amazing. He was ready for it. He had all the preparation ready to go. And as soon as he saw that move, he was like, you're done. You're done.
That's it. He knew as soon as he inputted it, it was over. And if you're Tokido, that's got to feel a little rough. 2 rounds of complete control from Nuckledu. So he's really got to find a way to turn this around. Gets the throw, Nuckledu offense now. And that's what you mentioned, right? The dash, it's important because you control the neutral. So Tokido is waiting. He's trying to find his way in. But when you suddenly surprise with offense, that's when it really throws off players. It makes you an even more difficult opponent to get in on.
Well, okay, there we go. Tokido's going to throw that V-reversal. Those are not invincible to throw.
Set up.
Oh, he baited it out.
Huge damage and stun on this. He's actually stunned. He's going to be dead.
And there is the power of Akuma right there. His damage output when he gets the counter hit, the crush counter, is immense.
Yeah, some of the highest damage and stun output in the entire game. One of the best tool sets from Akuma. It's why he has low life. They gave him incredibly useful tools, but a lower vitality because of it, right? That's sort of how you balance out the character, but still very strong. Both these characters, in fact, very strong. This is bad news.
Oh, he just jumps out. That's actually been a very popular defense to get out of the corner right now. Is just take a step forward and jump all of a sudden.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw it was Tokido utilizing it against Momochi last year at Southeast Asia Major Scene.
Oh, wow. Just catches him with the fireball, and here we go. Yep, using that EX red fireball to deal all that great health. Every time he does that, standing medium kick into EX fireball, it builds so much great health. Basically
reactivates.
Cooks you a little. Oh.
Yeah, There's a trade. Tokido happy with it, of course. Oh, he tried to flash kick it.
Oh, he got him with the throw bait. And you know what? I think Nuckledu could have recovered in time and blocked because I think Tokido countered a little too slow, but Nuckledu, I don't know if he was hitting a button or something. I don't remember seeing a counter hit.
There was a counter hit.
There was,
Nuckledu
okay,
got a little panicky on defense there and hit an extra button. That's what will happen, you know, in this game. It's terrifying when you're playing that defensive character, you're keeping someone out, all of a sudden they get in, your heart starts to race, you start to panic, and that's where Tokido will excel. You can see that little sway from him.
I love it. I love it. Tokido, again, coming to EVO for so long, one of the most memorable personalities from Japan. Always been a crowd favorite throughout the years.
Crafting not only his fighting game skill, but his English as well. He's been working on that so that he can communicate better with the players that he sees so often, right?
Even when he first showed up here in 2002, his English was surprisingly strong. That is, I mean, he is actually a certified genius.
And you can see why. This corner pressure out of control, very close to stun. Baits it.
No!
Big damage. Tokido optimal there. Uses the uppercut for the one-hit stun. Red fireball, clean EX.
And he's going to use the resource to get the win. Not messing around here. Going to finish it off.
Nuckledu not able to keep the space that he needs so badly in this matchup. Trade there in Guile's favor.
Oh, nice. Predicted the Sonic Boom, got over it with the Tatsu, and then gets the counter hit. Here we go, back into the corner. Another combo will be close to stun. Actually, it is going to be stun.
Massive for Tokido. He's going to find the hit. Nuckledu is going to need a miracle here to bring this back. This game looking miserable.
Ooh, okay, here's an opportunity now for... Yes, I was just about to say, maybe a back throw to switch sides. Faked the combo. That's 3 throws in a row.
Gets out of the corner, though. A big surprise. Nuckledu was not prepared for that. He's going to build some space for himself with the fireballs. Tokido the jump over.
Just doesn't want to deal with the mix-up. Willing to sacrifice the screen position to avoid that mix-up. But Nuckledu, no!
Oh!
He used the V-trigger time to charge up for a flash kick.
He got the punish. The miracle comeback, Nuckledu.
You are ridiculous, Nuckledu. No one thinks the flash kick would come after that forward dash.
The verge, he was dead. There was no life left on that life bar. He brought it all the way back. The tricks, the genius Nuckledu surviving. But now if you're Tokido, you've got to settle yourself. Such an important game here to go up 2-1 in the set. You can't let that comeback phase you. He was playing so well before that.
I think just from that EX flash kick, now Nuckledu, a certified genius.
You'll give him the title and that uppercut. Tokido following up. The jump out again, as you mentioned, a popular escape method.
Okay, again, a great trade. You're both taking damage, but you're not letting Akuma get in, so you will take that trade with the anti-air all the time.
Pressure from
Guile.
Tokido. Oh!
Ooh, didn't get
flash
behind.
Anti-air again.
Oh, yep.
Do has V-trigger now as well, which is big. If he finds a confirm, either of them, if they find a hit here, will kill. Nuckledu walking forward there. The big fireball.
No, and that's going to allow Tokido to take round number 3 and move ahead 2-1.
He's brute forcing his way in with those jump fireballs.
Not worried about it, she says. She is not worried about it. Nuckledu has got this.
Or maybe Nuckledu is done. Who knows, right? Could be a Tokido fan out there. But yeah, Nuckledu really not dealing with those air fireballs, you can see.
Of course, Tokido representing Team Echo Fox. The large contingent, they've had players already win other events here at Evolution.
And you can see Nuckledu taking his time here.
It was a request for character select. But again, sometimes players don't come here with the intention to change characters. Sometimes they do it just to get a little bit of thinking time or space. Yeah, you see right there, Nuckledu almost kind of like moving to another character to kind of...
He just wanted some time, really.
Yeah,
it was like one of those things where he's like, am I going to go to Mika? And I don't think Tokido believed it. I don't think anybody really believed it. It was one of those things, he just wanted a minute, think to himself, kind of relax.
But remember, we have only 2 American players left in this top 8. Champ was eliminated. Nuckledu now on the verge of being eliminated as well. Can he take this back, win 2 games in a row?
Yeah, that was huge. Nuckledu already got this corner positioning. You know, he got forced there by Tokido and the guest Tatsu again. It really is one of those things where Tokido is moving first and he's prepared. Nuckledu trying to find this space. You know, I think the surprise dashing from Nuckledu was catching Tokido off guard, but now it's Tokido on offense surprising Nuckledu.
again, every time that happens, just look at that gray health up there. Look at that gray health. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, building up is immense, and because of that, if Nuckledu gets hit, he's going to lose a ton.
And just like that, the throw, all that gray health makes throws that much scarier. We talked about how sometimes it's better to take the throw. Well, the gray health is one of the systems in the game that discourages taking throws.
Yeah, it incentivizes you to force your way in like that and find the hit. Try to bait the throw. Nuckledu, patient defense now. Tokido trying to move in the air. Fireball in the trade. A bad one for Nuckledu.
Yeah, especially because Akuma was in V-trigger, so he throws 2 air fireballs in the air. So you have to snake your way through 2 of those fireballs. Oh, he's still got the crush counter punish.
Wild. Bad news now for Nuckledu. He's really losing this momentum. Tokido surprising with the approach. Didn't even get the combo there.
Oh, and then gets in with the throw. Gets out of the corner, but this time Tokido punishing properly.
Nuckledu, no answers to the demon flip. He's not sure what to do. Tokido capitalizing, he gets it. This could be the end, and it is. An overhead will send Nuckledu out of the tournament. Only one American is left now.
The surprise overhead from Tokido, catching Nuckledu unawares, saved it for the very end. He is gonna move on, and we have lost another American player here. So much talk coming into this evolution that this was US's year. But you know what? Most people were talking probably about Punk, and he is the sole remaining player. But again, you know, this is sounding redundant here about all the people who are getting eliminated one by one. But Nuckledu, cannot say enough about him. I mean, if you guys have been following the FGC for a while, he had a very personally troubling last year. Was able to recover from that, take Capcom Cup, have the target on his back, and yet still make top 8 here at Evolution.
It's incredibly impressive, right?
Yeah.
And a 5th place finish, obviously not what he would want, but you know, it's a great one indeed. So
yeah.
Very impressive to him for sure.
Absolutely. But unfortunately for him, he has been eliminated, and Tokido is going to continue forward.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to hit the brakes here. So many amazing matches. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying Evolution. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more matches in just a bit.
You're watching the Capcom Pro Tour presented by the PlayStation 4. Brought to you by Zowie, a brand by BenQ, the official monitor of the Capcom Pro Tour. Razer, the official Street Fighter V fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. HyperX, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour. And you're watching this on Twitch, the official home of the Capcom Pro Tour.
That shot there. We are in lovely Las Vegas, Nevada, here in the Mandalay Bay, winding down our Evolution Street Fighter V top 8 action. And we're getting deep in the bracket now. Another loser's bracket match coming up. Gonna be Moke versus Itabashi Zangief. Both of these incredibly talented Japanese competitors.
Yeah, Moke, of course, coming in here with Rashid, a relatively unknown player, and Itabashi, just as you mentioned earlier, someone that no one wants to play against. No one wants this guy in their path at all.
Why would you? If you see what that guy can do on offense, he is a complete monster, and he's so tough to read what he's going to do at any point. Although this matchup in particular, Moke has great normals to keep Zangief at bay, good projectile as well, mobility, he has good offense. It's just whether the madman himself, Itabashi, can hold on and get those reads that he's known for.
Yeah, you can see there, always with a smile on his face, always looking like he's having a great time. But what do you think of this Rashid Zangief match? Because frankly, I've heard both sides of the argument that it's good for Rashid and also good for Zangief.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. In fact, a lot of people on both sides feel that way. I mean, especially in this version of the game, both of these characters are incredibly good. So, you know, it's one of those matchups, it's hotly debated for a reason, but I really think that, you know, in this matchup, it's about who makes the better decisions. Generally, Rashid will control the pace very well, but of course, you can never count out Zangief when he gets that big knockdown. So it's one of those things, we'll see how it goes. I mean, Moke Rashid, obviously going to be a big one, and you're going to see if Itabashi can handle this neutral game, get the flex on those crouching fierces, and get in there and make it happen.
And Itabashi, you know, one of his main training partners is, of course, Fudo, who could not make it to this top 8. He was top 8. He was top 8 last year, but couldn't make it this year. Now, I feel like Itabashi might be like trying to do this not only just for himself, but for his good friend Fudo.
Of course, yeah, Fudo's second place last year, former Evolution champion, incredibly talented player, did not even make the top 8, I think to many people's surprise.
Yeah, him and Haitani had been some of the most consistent players of Street Fighter V in the last 2 years, and Haitani finished 9th. He was just right outside of top 8. I believe he was defeated by Tokido to get into the top 8.
And look at Moke starting up that clapping chat for himself, trying to get the crowd fired up and cheering for him. But yeah, you know, it's interesting. We talked about how this is going, where the players stand, where the favorites lie, talking about Fudo. The 4 top seeds in this bracket, Nuckledu, Punk, Bonchan, Snake Eyes. Only one is left. Only one of the top 4 seeds in the world are remaining in Evolution. It is that kind of event. You can always expect upsets. There's too much competition. There's all the competition in the world here, and you're going to have to beat them all to be the champ.
And I got to say, I love how Moke is handling this whole entire thing. He is having the time of his life right now, and I love it. He is soaking it in. He is taking it all in, and I love seeing that from players.
And there it is, the set. We're waiting to see Moke Rashid, Itabashi. Both these guys play online so much. Master-ranked players on CFN, so you can expect that they've run into each other before. They've seen how this will go, and I'm sure it's going to be one we see. And after that set between Tokido and Champ, so good. Tokido dismantling Nuckledu, playing on fire. Can't wait to see how his Japanese counterparts will do. I mean, the winner of this will have to play Tokido, so you know, I'm not envious of either of them.
All right, well, so far they're just playing, they're barely moving anywhere. Just block them a little bit back and forth. And the reason why you do that is because you're trying to fake the opponent into thinking you're committing to something, but keeping yourself mobile so that you can react to whatever your opponent does. But Itabashi is making sure that Moke can't react to what he's doing, including the running bear grab.
Went for another SPD. Moke a little shook there. You know that after that, you know, huge damage already lost. And look at the control. Itabashi, you know, despite not having the same normals as Rashid, is doing such an excellent job with punishing and keeping himself alive. The flex.
Oh, I feel like oh yeah, he just let go of the flex, okay.
Yeah, counter V-trigger, it wasn't in time. Moke now has corner positioning. V-trigger still available. If Itabashi finds one hit, even a little jab, he'll be able to get this. Got the hit. They confirm as well. Moke with a round. Sort of out of nowhere. Itabashi just got hit on wake up. Wonder what it was that he was doing. But full resources for both of them already.
Ooh, gets the clutch counter, and you can see Rashid can take advantage of that so well by just running up and getting the stand medium punch and the spinning mixer. Rashid, oh, did he really? Oh,
it's a combo. In the corner, V reversal right into the CA. Massive unscaled damage. One of the big strengths of Zangief. No reason you can never count him out.
I don't even think it works on the entire cast, so shout out to Itabashi.
He headbutt a tornado? What kind of madman is he?
Itabashi right now playing out of his mind.
That's using your mind right there. Using your noggin for sure. Tokido's a genius, but he's not smart enough to headbutt a tornado, that's for sure.
Oh no, too far away, yeah. Good punish. But, you know, Moke chose to use the EX spike. Oh, what a beautiful jump to bait out the armor.
Moke, incredible awareness and reaction time on that one. You can see he was very prepared for that answer from Itabashi Zangief. He's incredibly good. Moke really having a big splash here at EVO. This is the time to shine if you want to get all those eyes on you, show everybody your real strength and how good of a competitor you are.
Oh, Itabashi is going to get in there with a standing heavy punch right to the face. And now you see them back to this middle ground game. And you see the neutral jumps occasionally from Itabashi. I think he's kind of hoping maybe to go over a spinning mixer and SPD it on the way down, but spinning mixer takes up a lot of space, including the airspace.
Exactly, yeah. It travels horizontally. The move you just saw there, the tornado. And, you know, it can catch you out of the air as well, so you got to be very careful if you're Itabashi for sure.
Yeah, because the neutral jump will lose to those tornadoes that he throws out. But, you know, you can see Moke not throwing a lot of them.
Exactly. Only when he's canceling off a normal, right? He does a normal right into that tornado. Sort of like, you know, a crashing medium kick into a Hadouken with a lot of characters like Ryu or Ken. Same kind of idea. Yeah, just like that.
All right, now he's trying to get in there, but slowly by slowly, it's so hard to state how important the screen position and whether you're in the corner now. Oh my God! Itabashi gets the jump in, and look at this damage. Look at that damage. Look at all that red in the health bar.
It was a massive read, and it worked out.
Ooh.
Tried to get in there. Not quite on time. The combo off it, counter hit knee, the low medium kick,
yeah,
anything will do it now.
Catching him from backdashing or jumping away or walking away. Just poking with that crouching medium kick.
The down jab from Zangief. That right there is the round ender, the dream killer. It gets the job done. It has a huge hitbox, and it's very low risk to hit, right? Every time you hit it, it's just a little jab. It recovers incredibly quick. But it's enough to close out a life bar.
Yeah, probably the best crouching life punch in the game.
Oh, yeah. For sure. The range on it, it's humongous. Very difficult to deal with. When you're low on life, I mean, that'll kill you. Oh, what
my
a
God.
jump.
And he's going to come with a headbutt into the critical art. He's going to plant Rashid right into the ground. All right, now, oh, he just punches him in the face. And he's gone for a lot of whip knees, and he hasn't SPD'd afterwards just yet.
Oh, big neutral jump. Moke with an opportunity. He's got a ton of resources to work with.
Whoa, that was such a hard read, and it's not going to pay off for him. Even though it wasn't full punish damage, that was still a huge read. He's lost all of his resources, and he did take a good chunk.
Yeah, interesting, though, you know, Rashid, you can move around his crit. Oh, that's going to be it. The kill from Itabashi puts himself on the board. But Rashid's critical art, right? You can move it around. So in that freeze frame, Moke looked and said, did he hit a button? He did not. I'm going to retreat with it and run backwards, but Itabashi was ready. It was a good try, and he escaped with it. He gets the round for himself and a game.
I always love, one of my favorite things is always fighting game player posture.
Yes.
And Itabashi Zangief always has that very concentrated lean, that forward hunch.
That horrendous posture. If you're watching at home, kids, vegetables, homework, posture. 3 most important things in life. Itabashi Zangief is an incredible player, but back problems for sure in the future.
He's gonna might be hurting his back, but you know what? The SPDs are crushing his opponent's backs. And that is all he wants to do. But here we go, Moke with a neutral jump light kick causes the lowest amount of block stun. So he uses that to get a surprise throw afterwards.
Yeah, good choice, and Moke has utilized it quite a bit. He's got a big advantage in this round, but you know the comeback has a potential to punish. Not quite enough. Had he had spent an EX into a jungle afterward, it would have killed, but maybe a little greedy on the resources.
Ooh, trying to push a little too hard. Crouching light kick from Moke, gonna take it.
Very smart. You know, when you have a big lead like that, it's very crucial you don't hit big buttons, right? Buttons with a lot of recovery. You just hit these nice little jabs and shorts. Try to slow down your opponent. Nice and easy, very safe, very compact. Crushed him.
Yep.
Wow, rolling to the other side, but Itabashi was ready for the mix-up.
All right, now all the way into the corner. Oh, didn't confirm those 2 lights into the spinning mixer. Oh, 2 hits on the absorption and the EX SPD. Again, Zangief, this could all go downhill so fast. 2 more SPDs is all it takes for the stun and for the win. Actually, he might not even need the stun. He might just kill right off of this. Yo, it's not gonna kill, but the stun is going to allow him to win.
Posture, James. Posture, that's all that was. Jeez. He showed him how he felt. He said, look, I'm going to command throw you this many times in a row. Moke did not believe he would take the risk. You know, if one of those was jumped, it would have probably been the round.
Oh, now Itabashi just sneaks in with an EX SPD.
Does he do it again?
No. Oh, and Moke with the correct call out does the wake up throw.
Who tried the throw, wasn't in there in time, looking for the pressure. Playing this range, Moke with the superior normals and walk speed, but Itabashi with that big damage output. Ooh, big fierce lands. He didn't have the V-trigger to cancel into. That was terrifying. It worked out the full resources, both players. There's the activation.
Yeah, it's gonna put him in that mix-up, put him in the blender, literally cancel into the critical art. That is gonna be enough to give Moke game number 3 to go up 2-1.
And there it is, the young gun from Japan trying to represent here, get a big win over Itabashi Zangief. Very famous, very popular player all over the world here, Itabashi, a feared and well-known name, but Moke trying to make a splash, trying to make a statement. Move on here over the vet.
Well, if Moke can take this game, I know one Japanese player, Nemo, will be very happy.
Oh, of course, Nemo.
Last year's top 8 finisher as well, but he definitely does not like Zangief. In fact, at one tournament, Itabashi beat him in grand finals, and Nemo did not want to shake his hand.
Yeah, that is the real fear right there. That's real anger. When you can't even be bothered to fake happiness in a handshake. A couple of jumps early, Itabashi has recognized now that Moke is not as prepared for the anti-air. When you're looking on the ground, you're not often looking in the air and vice versa. So you got to recognize those situations. Juggle, that follow-up eagle kick.
Try to make it over the tornado, unfortunately couldn't get past it, and now a run-up throw from Moke. Again, Zangief in this game, in this version, is just as weak as a lot of other characters on the defensive end, so you really do want to pressure Zangief even after you knock him down.
Yeah, it used to be that wake-up command throw was very scary, not so much anymore, but he can kind of rotate between, you know, command throw, running bear grab, which has armor, ZX, backdash, wake-up jab. There's a few things that you can kind of rotate.
Oh, he baited out, but you know what?
Oh, yeah.
He was already going to activate the V-trigger, so he didn't. Oh, boy, he's got his own tornado. He's got his own. He doesn't need your tornado to help him. He's going to be able to combo into it and get an air EX SPD. Is it going to be enough to take this round? Not quite.
Oh, he did it again, the huge SPD. Itabashi Zangief, the gambling man. Huge comeback in that round for him.
You see that whip standing light kick. You're afraid that it is the proper timing and that you're going to get up and block into it. But he timed it ever so slightly early so that it would whip and catch him with the SPD.
Yeah, that big command throw from Zangief. If you're not already jumping when he does it, you're going to get trapped and eat that damage.
All right, there's that crouching light punch again. We talked about how good that button is.
Challenge, yeah, that jumping medium kick from Zangief, it hits very high on your body, so not as advantageous. Oh, huge read.
Oh, crush counter, pops you up into the air. He gets the juggle, and guess what? Here's another spinning pile driver. You're gonna go for some different kind of turbulent wind here. Rashid, oh, he went for it again, but not gonna be enough. He's gonna get away.
He's got the V-trigger, he's got a lot of meter to use as well. The whip punish. Itabashi playing very compact now, very defensive.
That crouching, oh, you know what? He just happened to jump at the right time. He knew that Moke was going to be fishing for the crush counter on the crouching heavy punch for some comeback factor. So he found that proper time to jump as soon as he predicted that crouching heavy punch, got over it, able to punish. Itabashi ties it up.
And that's what we talked about earlier, right? Nuckledu dashing forward to surprise Tokido. You know, Itabashi is playing very close to the chest, and he's not doing much, and then all of a sudden, boom, big jump, right? He surprises you. Same kind of idea there.
Oh, God, here we go again. Dash up after a light SPD into another SPD is not real. It's not, oh, man.
Oh, finally, the wake-up EX. Escapes, just trying to avoid it. The whip punish Itabashi is ridiculous, and he's also on match point.
I'm speechless. I have no words for this right now. Itabashi has figured out something. He has definitely figured out a rhythm that Moke has, and he has been able to just, the last couple of games, he has just been SPDing him with reckless abandon.
It's worked out. Moke was very scared the whole time, right? Off the wall.
You saw Moke jump away after that whip knee. Watch out for a whip knee in the air, EX SPD.
Ooh, caught him with the headbutt. This is huge. He's very close to stun.
Oh, he gets out of it. Maybe he was looking for the EX spinning mixer.
Yeah, good escape from Moke there. Whoa, the side switch. What a block. Itabashi is absurd. That block might actually seal the deal here. Yep. Big chance. Does he wake up EX? He's panicking.
Oh, he's just trying to jump out. Finally gets it. Okay, here's the wake up. EX with the armor. Just like you said earlier on, he's got that armor move, and he busted it out right at the very end, and that sealed the deal. Itabashi Zangief moves on the loser side bracket.
What an incredible performance, though, from Moke. You can see him there, bowing to the crowd. He knows he did his part. 5th place here at Evolution.
And again, like I said, I love the fact that he soaked it in, that he was having a good time. This is a one-in-a-lifetime, experience. This is something that you will never forget. When you get on this EVO stage and you play a top 8 like this, it is something that will be with you for the rest of your life.
Of course, an incredible experience. Something that, to a lot of us fighting game players, very new, right? Being on a stage like this, Mandalay Bay, but the times are changing. Incredible performance by Moke. He's got to be pleased by it. We have tons of more Street Fighter action coming up. In fact, we should have about 4 more sets left to go. Our winners finals is locked and loaded. Our losers semis locked and loaded. That's going to be Itabashi versus Tokido. You can see the bracket here. Loser semis set up. Echo Fox, Tokido, Itabashi fighting down there. In our winners finals, of course, Punk versus Kazunoko. 1 American, 3 Japanese competitors left in this top 4.
Tokido and Itazan, I'm sure, have faced each other numerous times throughout the years. Again, 2 extremely long-time veterans of the fighting game community in Japan, masters of many, many, many games.
Yeah, for good reason. I mean, it's going to be an incredibly good set. Of course, we're down to our final 4 here at EVO. 4 competitors gone out of the 2,600 who joined this event. Just think about that. Top 4. And now we're going to have our winners of the finals, Punk versus Kazunoko.
Man, and again, Punk now. We came in here with 3 US players, 5 Japanese players. Punk now the sole remaining US players. And you know what? It's interesting because I feel like that might even put even more pressure on Punk. He's already considered the greatest Street Fighter V player on the planet right now.
Yeah.
But now he knows that he is the last hope here for US to try to get their first major Street Fighter title win from, since the start of Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, which was, 2009. It's been since 2009, almost 10 years now since the US has got a big win in Street Fighter. I mean, if Punk is going to do it, it's 18-year-old kid, incredibly talented. He is, the future of the American FGC. Guys like him and Nuckledu, they've got to carry that torch, that flag. We can't all be G.I. Joe. There has to be someone eventually who steps in and gets the job done. There you see him on your screen. Panagols Punk from the US of A.
That's right, and it's interesting because so far what we've only seen from him was just his Nash against Itabashi Zangief, but he's actually more known for his Karin.
Right.
And his Karin, he plays Karin unlike anyone else, at a level unlike anyone else. His whiff punishes, his confirms off of a single crouching medium kick, his reaction timing, his spacing has been ridiculous, but he is going up against, so one of Punk's greatest strengths, in my opinion, is his unpredictability. He's so good at mixing things up, but he's going up against, like I said, the man who has the reputation of being random, and that is Kazunoko.
It's going to be an interesting one. This is a matchup that Punk himself, he plays a lot of Cammy and Karin, right? He plays both characters himself a lot, so this is that matchup. Whip punishing going to be important. Capitalizing, optimizing every situation, making that offense count. So important. Both these characters have a very similar game plan. Cammy a little stronger at approaching in the air. Karin a little stronger fighting on the ground. So both these characters are very similar in what they want to do and how they like to execute it. Just up to the players to see how it goes.
See Kazunoko there, loosening his shoulders a little bit, trying to get himself into a more relaxed state. Trying to make sure he sits with proper posture.
Yeah, proper posture, as I mentioned. But I mean, you got to think, He is an Evolution Winners Finals, a guaranteed a top 3 performance here. So, you know, he's made it deep into the bracket, but it's not quite over just yet. This is where it gets tough. He had a 3rd place finish at Capcom Cup last year, and I'm sure he'd like to avoid doing that twice in a row.
And another thing too here, this is winners finals. Whoever wins this is guaranteed to be in grand finals. They are guaranteed top 2. And so winning this match is so crucial. It's so important to make sure that you have that opportunity to give yourself the best chance possible, because also the player in winners finals has never been sent to losers. So whoever makes it out of the losers bracket has to win 2 entire sets against you in order to win, and you only need to win 1 when you make it all the way here through winners bracket.
It's a massive advantage having that extra set of games. So here it is, our winners finals of Evolution. Punk from the US, Kazunoko from Japan. 3 games to see who's going to move into the grand finals of Evolution.
This is the matchup that we were expecting. Now, I've spoken to Punk. He feels like Karin has an advantage over Cammy. He actually feels like that she wins this matchup. Of course, every matchup having different strengths and weaknesses between the characters.
Yeah, the different tool sets, you know, Zangief, if he runs into a more defensive character like Nash, can be trouble. That's why Punk opted to pick it. But in this matchup, oh, what a whip punish, Punk.
Just what I was talking about. And then the throw baits. Punk, the master of that. Always gonna activate the beat trigger so he can get to the mix-up. A great block for Kazunoko. He was ready for it. Kazunoko, though, with a long road to go, gonna use that spin knuckle. It is plus on block.
The defense from Punk, so immaculate. He escapes all the way back to the middle of the screen. Look at this, he is so safe, so close to the chest. No reason to ever even do anything over committal. Look at the incredible defense and patience.
But hit her out of the air. That overhead is airborne, so that is one of the nice things about that. Kazunoko does get the throw in. Okay, it's not safe, but then, you know what? Kazunoko was so accustomed to Punk playing defensive and very, very safe. And he woke up with a standing medium kick, which is, you know, on the textbook is going to tell you don't ever do this.
Right.
But it worked out because he had conditioned Kazunoko into thinking he wouldn't do something crazy like that.
And it's actually a punish if you dash forward after Cammy's throw. So a little antsy from Kazunoko trying to force offense. Finds a hit, but doesn't confirm. He just didn't believe. Punk's defense had been so good before that.
Trading in the footsies. Now, one of the things that I do agree with Punk on that I think does make this fight a little bit tougher for Cammy is I do feel like Karin wins the ground game. She's got the V skill, she's got that standing heavy kick, which is a crush counter.
Huge damage output on this. Anything will do it. What a block. Punk was so prepared. There wasn't a moment in that game he wasn't ready for.
You can't random me, Kazunoko, says Punk. Reads that situation perfectly, blocks the uppercut, and you can see him shaking his head right now, saying, you can't beat me. You cannot beat me. I got this.
Incredible from Punk there on that. Kazunoko, a world-class competitor for a reason. You know, he's going to have to try to adjust here and figure out the weaknesses. Of course, Punk has them, but that dive kick punished cleanly.
With punishes from Punk. Okay, wow, risky backdash, but a miss confirmed from Kazunoko. Didn't mean to do the drill. Oh my God, back and forth, back and forth. And again, a wake-up backdash. It's the second time in, I think.
He's so ready. The EX, second one for the kill. Punk optimizing and cleaning this up.
This is why he is the favorite. We've been talking up Kazunoko all day, and so far Punk has been making him look positively silly here. 3 fast rounds against him. Oh, okay.
The job done. Kazunoko, lots of offense here, finding the hits. Punk's defense.
Going for the drill juggle at the end there just to build some screen space rather than going with the uppercut. Ugh!
The EX uppercut there from Kazunoko, took the risk. Punk at a deficit. Oh, what a buffer. And there it is. Kazunoko cleans the round up. That's the adjustment you expect from a player of this caliber.
All right, but that's only 1 round here in game number 2. Ooh, what the? I don't know if that was on purpose, but it worked. He took advantage of it. Oh, nice. Goes to the other side. Makes it look like a left-right mix-up, but goes for the throw instead. Oh, my God. Punk with the reactions.
Was prepared, yeah, and now he's got V-trigger on deck, makes his roundhouse and a lot of other carry normals. Very dangerous, big jump.
Oh yeah, that jumping medium punch from Cammy hits pretty low.
V-reversal immediately, Kazunoko spinning that V-gauge, and he's intercepting Punk, but so is Punk. He's prepared now. He's got the anti-air, stays in the front.
Oh, wow. No fighting on that bait, but
A dropped combo. That was real sketchy for Punk, but he still gets the W. 2-0 for Punk. Winners finals here of Evolution.
And his family is cheering him on, but you see that furrowed brow right there. That is because he knows he dropped that combo. And you do not want to be dropping combos against Kazunoko because that man will make the comeback on you. But I have never seen that kind of expression on Punk's face.
Oh, you can tell how much this means to him here.
Oh boy. Kazunoko getting in with that jumping medium punch again. One of the weaknesses that Karin does have in this matchup is that her anti-air is not very strong. And Cammy has great jump buttons, can change her jump arc, so she can really get in on Karin through the air.
But Punk is just abusing this walk speed and positioning. He's really making Karin show, he's showing the strength of her anti-airs in the right position. It's important to back this. What an answer. Punk is just too prepared.
That's 3 in a row now that he's been able to anti-air. Oh, Kazunoko dropping his own combo to go for the throw. Could have had to confirm.
Yeah, didn't realize Punk was going to be not caught off guard. This is huge. If Kazunoko finds a hit, he can get the job done. Punk with the tech. Overhead. He puts himself on match point.
To get into grand finals, we talked about how much of an advantage that is and how great of a position it is when you get there. He's 1 round away from doing this 3-0 potentially over one of the greatest players in Kazunoko.
Incredible performance so far from Punk. He's got to close it out. The whip punish, immaculate. The pressure just so solid. There's very few times he gives up anything. A big lead again for Punk. The V-skill works. Everything is working. Landing the hits, corner positioning. The whip punish. It's enough to kill. He puts himself in grand finals convincingly. 3-0 here at EVO.
And Punk, you have to go and look back at the tapes. Watch this again. A lot of the times he gets that whiff punish. It is always preceded by walking backwards. He's so good. He knows the distance that you want to hit the button. So, we talked about the throw bait when you're up close. You bait people into throwing buttons. Punk is playing that same mind game in the middle of the screen. He walks into your longest poke range's range and then backs right out of that, and then you throw out the button, and then he's just got the standing heavy punch all ready to go to whiff punish and take you down.
Look, I mean, there's this situation where you just got to hit that button, and that's what he's doing. He's baiting his opponents. Incredibly impressive stuff from him. We're down to our top 4 at EVO. Before we get too deep into it, we're going to have a break. We'll be back with more action in just a bit.
We're back here at Evolution 2017. We have gone through 2,600 players. Only 4 remain. Welcome,
only
everybody.
One of them is in winner's bracket.
Yep. And I'm James Chen.
And I'm Sagem. This is going to be our top 4 here at Evolution. Thanks to everybody for tuning in and enjoying this Street Fighter action, no matter where you are in the world. We're here watching Street Fighter at EVO. And this is going to be a good one. Tokido and Itabashi Zangief, both from Japan. And a big punish right out of the gates. Itabashi gets it started.
Yeah, both of these players, 2 of the strongest players from Japan. Wow, he just went for the parry. I don't know if that was an execution error.
Likely an input error. Usually you can expect
my God.
Case. Wow, chopping him down.
And so that fireball did a lot of damage. That was great help there, yeah.
Huge lead already for Tokido in this one. And I'm not gonna lie, he is looking like a monster tearing through this loser's bracket. He was on fire yesterday. The only person he lost to, Punk. And you can see why.
Yeah, and Punk, you know, is the guy waiting in grand finals, and he goes for a risky sweep. Everybody's sweep is very punishable in this game.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that at a range where I feel like it would have been safe if blocked. But it was the right read. Tokido got it, takes round 1, gets away from the armor. Oh boy.
Crush there. Oh, and the read, and this is the right one. Tokido, corner carry. There's the big wake-up EX. We saw that earlier against Moke.
Oh my God, the damage between that EX running bear grab and this combo is huge. And one more SPD. Oh, he went low. Why would you think that he's still in range of SPD? Why? No,
I mean, you're halfway across the country. It's not even in the same area code, right? I mean, there's no reason for that to reach, but it did. Itabashi knew the spacing, he knew the setup.
Okay, that's a good sign right there for Tokido. Getting the anti-air. If there is one weakness in a Street Fighter game, he is so focused on the ground game that sometimes he's not ready to anti-air. But he's been looking good in that department this whole weekend.
He walked all the way up in his face to punish that. Incredible. Tokido's so prepared. You can see he's really looking like he's a man on a mission here.
Look at this aggression from Tokido staying. Oh, and he baits the regular throw out. When Itabashi gets the throw, and oh, Tokido almost looked like he was surprised at how quick that first game was.
Ooh, look at that little sway from Tokido.
I love it. I love it. I mean, before it was all the focus and the calmness, but now suddenly he's got a rhythm to his in between game. I can't think of the word for it.
A little bit of swagger,
yeah.
if you will, right?
Routine, that's the word I'm thinking of. In between game routine.
Yeah, he's added it in there. I mean, he's got good reason to feel confident. Look at the way he's playing, right? So prepared for every situation. He's like Batman. Like, he just got it all logged somewhere in the Echo Fox cave. He's got a huge database of all of his opponents.
Oh no, but guess what? We've seen this enough times already. Oh, and he gets him low and is able to confirm into the lariat to get the stun, and just like that, Itabashi in quick fashion coming back with the first round.
The bat has been broken. Over the knee. Oh, that's going to be a... Ooh, he was a little late on the punish, but there's a buffer from Tokido. Walked back out of the range of the throw and got the command throw. Wow, look at this guy march. Huge punish, though.
Yeah, beautiful double jump from Tokido. Oh, man, interrupted with the crouch light punch. Caught Tokido off guard and was able to SPD. Chases down the teleport.
And there's that air fireball. Buys him some time, gets rid of the stun, creates the space. Tokido is still living.
Yeah, but this game so far has been all Itabashi this time.
What a lariat. He stayed patient. He tucked them in. It's going to be a game for Itabashi Zangief.
Good night. And
see that happy man himself, Itabashi, with a smile, as you mentioned. He's always got that look to his face. We'll see if there's that same kind of sway from Tokido.
A little bit of sway. Yeah, there was a little bit. I like it. Yes.
It's different than it used to be. Yeah, he used to not be that way. It was always the intense stare. A little bit more jovial than he used to be.
Ooh.
Playing this neutral game. And this is a matchup where a lot of people thought it was not great for Akuma when the character originally came out, but I think since then Tokido has changed a lot of people's lives.
Absolutely. Tokido has really been, I feel like, the main pioneer of most Akuma strategy and tech. He has rewritten a lot of the opinions of people of what they thought of this character.
Exactly. He's been the man on the frontier, really making people believe, and you can see why. The read.
Oh, you
Is he
are
dead?
so crazy, Tokido. He got hit out of the air, saw the spin, said, you know what? I don't need to land and respect this. I can land an uppercut, and not only that, I know I have a V-trigger and this beefy combo waiting for you.
That was absolutely genius from Tokido.
Oh, the opposite select. Goes for the...
Difficult to deal with. If you try to jump out of that ground SPD, he's got the throw, immediately goes up to meet you in the air.
Okay, just going in with an overhead punch. The Demon Flip has so many different follow-ups. It's got a throw, it's got an overhead, it's got a dive kick to keep pressure going.
You have a slide. I mean, there's so many different things you gotta watch out for. Tokido with the jump in. Finding the pressure, the red fireball. Itabashi survives, but...
Oh my God, they just stared each other down in the face.
Risky range to be Tokido, though, fighting it out. He's got V-trigger on deck. Activates it. The throw.
Oh! Itabashi going for one of his patented surprise wake-up EX SPDs, but Tokido blowing it up. Oh!
And you see the satisfaction on that man's face, carving his way through the loser's bracket. The only person to beat him was Punk yesterday, and that was to make winners top 8. We see how good that guy is playing, so Tokido ready to try to meet him in that grand finals here. Oh, punish maybe? No, a little far. He had already committed to a backdash.
Oh, taking out that standing heavy punch and having the anti-air on point. Like I said, if that's what Tokido has ready for you, you are just in such trouble. Because like I said, that's like his only, dude, he built up the extra gray damage with that jump back light kick.
Yeah.
He didn't just jump away. He was like, I'm gonna add a little extra gray damage on there.
Yeah, it looked like he had went for down short, instant overhead as a wake up, and Itabashi absorbed both, but still look at this tremendous lead for Tokido here. Oh, he got him, not a full juggle though, and punish the forward dash on wake up with the fireball. Tokido, match point now. Semifinals here.
And despite it being 2-1, it felt like Tokido has been doing this in relatively easy fashion, but Itabashi now getting in with that jump.
Oh yeah, 2 in a row. He's recognized Tokido not prepared for the anti-air.
Oh, no, yep. Like I said, that's like one of his only weaknesses, and if he gets the anti-air on point, he may not have any weaknesses.
Yeah, so prepared for everything. So you gotta be careful about, he really figures things out with his character, right? So few people play it at this level.
Again, he is probably one of the biggest scientists ever. In fact, even in Street Fighter 4, that... Oh no, that's probably dead.
It's enough to kill Itabashi. All the meter plants him in the ground.
That was quite a feat right there from Itabashi, punishing with that 720.
You know, fishing with that fierce there. Hit confirm, see if it hits, find the strike, and now he's got this corner positioning, already pushing him towards there, looking for whip punishes, trying to establish that ground game. Oh, punish. Big opportunity for Itabashi here. Tokido's got to guess there. It is again.
Yeah, go for the regular throw because it has so much less whip.
Big stun, big round, big game. Itabashi ties things up 2 apiece.
I just said that it looked like Tokido had control over this whole matchup. Boy, was I wrong. Look at this. Look at what Itabashi Zangief just did.
That's how Zangief works. He just needs one chance, one opportunity, and he can make it count. So here it is, final match between these two loser semis here at EVO. Whoever loses here goes home 4th place. Winner moves on into top 3.
Well, countering with that crouching light punch, but there it is, the uppercut from Tokido. Oh, and a punish, wow. I'm not even sure if he just confirmed that or if he just saw that Itabashi was touching a button. Not enough to stun. Goes for the throw, oh my God. Trying to clip him just to get that stun, but you know what? It's not gonna happen anymore. But, oh wait, never mind, it did because those were all lights, so they didn't kill But Tokido now at match point. It's really been back and forth between these two. None of these games have been close. It's like been domination from one player or the other.
Whoever can find their momentum, get that offense going. And Tokido has shown how powerful it is. Headbutts one fireball, but not the second. Zangief moving in. Still no anti-airs from Tokido, the big crush.
Goes in for that safe jump timing. Okay, there it is. That wake up EX SPD works for Itabashi this time. Here comes the mix-up. Stay back down. Don't you go anywhere.
Very close to stun the back roll. He chases it down. We are going to a final round here.
Who is gonna move on here? It is the last game, last round between Tokido and Zangief. Very fitting that it is this game 5 where we have the closest game between these two players.
Tokido, resources on deck, so is Itabashi. Finally an anti-air.
And then he's walking up for the throw, yeah.
You gotta be so careful, Deep, with all those resources. 60% can be drained at any time, any jump, any confirm.
Again, no life lead against Zangief is enough because it could all go downhill. But again, Tokido on point with his anti-airs here in this game. Oh my God, okay, here it goes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another SPD.
Activates the V-trigger.
Oh, was it close enough?
He's a little far.
Oh my God!
Confirmed.
Tokido confirms into the critical art. It's not going to be enough to kill. He's just got a tiny bit left. It is not safe by any stretch of the imagination.
Look at the meter for Itabashi. He's so close to having it. If he gets a hit, it could be death.
And a light punch into V-trigger will still connect. Oh my God, what are you doing, Tokido? You're a madman. Tokido knew that Itabashi was gonna go for a crazy Hail Mary with a level 1 vacuum, but level 1 is punishable. Tokido punished it successfully and he moves on.
Itabashi Zangief goes home 4th place at Evolution, and that means Tokido moves on. He is now in losers finals, top 3. Last year, this guy Tokido was supposed to be in top 2 of Evolution. The only man who could defeat him was supposed to be Infiltration. He didn't even get into top 8. Yeah. Now he has a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah, he had drowned in semis. He did get 16th place, but that just, it's hard to say out of 5,000 people you'd be disappointed getting 16th place last year. But
for Tokido, that just tells you how good he is, right?
Yep.
That 16th place is a disappointment. He is in top 3 here at Evolution. He's got to beat Kazunoko to move into that grand finals. The only man who's defeated him all weekend has been Punk, who is waiting for him, waiting for the winner of this set. And Kazunoko, the way things went against Punk, he has to try to regain himself, right? Go into that moment, think about everything that happened, and really try to figure out what was going on. I mean, you know, we got an incredible top 3 coming up for you guys here at Evolution. It's going to be an amazing one. You guys will get to see that in just a little bit right after this break. welcome back everybody to Evolution 2017. Thanks for joining us and all these amazing matches we've had across so many different games all weekend. It's been a wild ride. It's been a celebration of all things fighting games. I'm Sajam.
And I'm James Chen, and I am legitimately feeling a little lightheaded right now because of just how crazy these matches have been.
Well, we're almost done. Don't go away too soon, James. We have top 3 here coming up. The losers finals of the tournament, Japan versus Japan, awaiting in that winners final, or in that grand finals. Winner side, of course, is Punk, and you know the stats say it has been since 2010 an American has been in winner side grand finals of EVO.
Wow.
It was Ricky Ortiz.
That's right. Yes. But
Super Street Fighter 4.
Right, and unfortunately, she went down to Daigo, who was able to win 2 sets in a row. And it's interesting because I don't think Japan has won since 2011, if I'm not mistaken, because that was Fudo. After that was Infiltration, then was Sien, and then was Luffy. And then was, oh no, Momochi.
Yeah,
I missed Momochi. I missed Momochi. I don't know how I forgot that one.
He's so patient, so defensive, it just out of your mind,
exactly,
right? I mean, that was the crazy malfunction year, of course. Everybody remembers the wild ride that was here at Evolution. And, you know, he is not in this top 8 as well. His teammate, Tokido, carving through the loser's bracket. I mean, he is an absolute menace. So many people were telling me, look, I've been watching Tokido play all week coming into EVO. He is on fire. He's playing immaculate. The only person to beat him in that top 16, of course, was Punk. And since then, I mean, I feel like Tokido, he really kind of has a chip on his shoulder, something to prove, right? Last year at Evolution, dropped out, didn't have the year he was supposed to. Capcom Cup, 0-2, didn't even get a single set, and he was supposed to do everything. That was supposed to be his year. Last year, his year, and now he's regaining that, kind of rebuilding himself here in 2017.
But interestingly enough, there was also the story, I think you told me this earlier, that earlier this weekend, that Punk and Tokido even played like a first to 10 when Tokido was in Northern California practicing. And Tokido beat him, what was it, 10-0?
10-0, yeah, the first set that they played against each other. I mean, that'll tell you how strong Tokido was. I mean, Punk got the better of him in that winner's side, of course. You know, in tournament 2 out of 3, but you never know, right? I mean, we could see that performance. If Tokido makes it to Punk, I expect we'll have a real match on our hands.
But you know what? One guy is standing in his way, and he was just on the screen over there. That was Kazunoko. Yeah, there he is, right there. Look at him. He actually doesn't look very perturbed at all. He looks like
he's trying to compose himself.
Yeah. And again, I mentioned this yesterday on stream, but I cannot emphasize enough how much about fighting game mastery is such a mental game.
Of course.
You have to not only have the reads against your opponent, but you have to maintain your composure. You have to forget tough losses. You have to remember key things that your opponent does. It is such mental gymnastics in order to be at this level of playing any fighting game.
Exactly, and we're at the highest end here. Master level players in this finale at EVO. This is top 3 now. Losers finals. It's going to be Echo Fox Tokido, God's Garden Zone, Kazunoko. 3 out of 5, of course, this whole way. This is a matchup that can be very explosive, right?
Yeah.
Cammy, great approach options, but so does Akuma, and really both these characters explode when they get hit.
And we talked earlier how we had a lot of matches where one guy's zoning and one guy wants to go in. Well, this match, they both want to be in each other's face, and just with the momentum. That's the key part right there. If you can get him to block a jump attack, block a plus move, and then you can keep the pressure going. So now Kazunoko with all the pressure. Tokido trying to figure out a way out. Now, the dive kick, you have to be worried about the parries from Tokido with the dive kicks. You can't get too cute with those dive kicks.
With the jump over, you gotta be careful if you're Tokido. If you allow Kazunoko to build that full resource, he can actually CA the fireballs. Yep, you see it. It's built now. Uppercut is clean, and it's gonna be enough.
There it is, right there. And just like you said, both characters explode, and that is because both characters with only 900 vitality. And you know what? Tokido and Akuma used to have even less than that. He was 875 at one point in time, but he got buffed to 900 to match Cammy.
Yeah, both these characters, very high damage output, especially Akuma in V-Trigger. So damaging when he gets the hit. The pickup, 2 bars spent, but he gets corner positioning and a lot of offense because of it. Scary range now. Tokido's got to survive. Stun slowly depleting, but it's not gone yet.
Oh, nice.
And the back throw.
And there it is. Kazunoko is going to tie up game number 1 at 1 round apiece.
Both of them with a round, both of them with full resources as well.
Oh, man. Someone is going to lose a lot of health very fast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, any hit, massive. Both these characters. Easy ways to confirm, too. Yeah, that trade. Only worrisome. What a bait. He didn't get the crush counter, but he gets damage anyway.
Oh, he spends one of the bars. Very interesting. He's hoping to build another one back before the round ends. No, he's already spent another one. Here we go. Oh, man, so dangerous. Oh, he got caught by that. Tried to stop it, it looked like.
The side switch.
Block and a punish, it looked like.
Oh, he got the hit, and the hit confirmed. Tokido, first game over Kazunoko.
After my mistake, wasn't a punish, because that's -2, the EX dive kick at worst. But I think Kazunoko tried to hit a button afterwards, disrespect Tokido, and Tokido had the counter poke all ready to go.
Kazunoko really, he's got to sort things out here. Has not won a game in the last 4, obviously. Lost 3 to Punk. 1 here to Tokido, and Tokido is on fire, playing excellent here in the Caesars Finals.
See them right now playing this neutral game, which I do feel like favors Cammy a little bit more, but Tokido has been able to nullify that advantage, I feel like. And you see, not even trying to whip punish on that crouching medium kick. You saw how when it whipped, he dashed forward instead, using its recovery to gain space on Kazunoko.
A good choice for sure. I mean, oftentimes you recognize that scenario, you see what you got to do. See that fireball, when you throw a fireball, your hurt box where you can be attacked is extended. So you can kind of hit a little farther out than you would expect a lot of the times.
Yeah, that's why I think Cammy works well in that. That standing medium kick of hers is so good. Such a great move, and it was even buffed in season 2. Okay, here we go. Ooh, goes for the juggle. Not the. We've seen him go for the slide a bunch of times to get the corner carry. But not that time, he just went for the damage instead.
Ooh. The B-skill under it, give him an extra trigger.
Actually, he might be even trying to get Kazunoko to spend an EX drill. Because he threw 3 fireballs, so he's still throwing him. Oh, he's going to be able to,
combo. Yep,
yes.
Big old uppercut at the end, and that's the damage output off any kind of confirm that you can expect from Akuma.
I felt like that was a good round for Kazunoko, but again, no one is safe. And you saw right there, the life just melt off of Cammy thanks to that. And a bad confirm from Kazunoko means more life is going to melt off.
Yeah, Tokido was standing a split second before that low medium kick hit, and I think Kazunoko just assumed he wouldn't crouch. If you go back and look, I'm sure it was like pixels.
Yeah, a lot of people confirm on whether or not they're standing right before it connects. Yeah, if you block at the last second, you can blow up. A lot of people confirming that way, and there it is, the throw bait.
Fishing there in the corner. You can see Tokido back off a little bit, but then immediate back in. Kazunoko, tons of resources. The walk under.
Okay, and he's going to go into critical art. He needs as much damage as he can get. He's going to have the life lead off of this and a beautiful setup. What does he go for? Nothing.
Ooh, dive kick was a little high, but Tokido, a lot of resources. He can actually kill. The very optimal confirm here if he finds it. A lot of chip.
No counter hit on the crouching life punch. That's not going to confirm. Tokido tries to go in there with a jump. Low forward fireball is going to connect. Now it's even a small combo is going to be able to take it for Tokido.
So careful. Kazunoko sticking out those buttons, very risky. That standing medium kick from Akuma. An excellent whip punish. The jump. So risky now. Kazunoko, a lot of momentum lost from him here. Tokido really clawing this back. The big jump.
And yeah, so what happened there was Tokido knew that Kazunoko didn't have the meter to EX drill. He started getting a little too comfortable with throwing fireballs, and that's how Kazunoko was able to read that one moment to jump over and punish the next fireball coming from Tokido.
The incredible amount of fireballs that Tokido throws, right? It's so many. Because up close they knock down. It's a great tool for Akuma. Wow, air-to-air jab.
Okay. And here comes Kazunoko. Has the corner position. Has the advantage right now. Yep, no more space for Tokido to walk back. Both of these characters with incredible foot speed. Oh, yeah, see, that's not negative. And again, using the drill juggle. Wow, wake up EX, demon flip. Oh, I think Kazunoko might have been able to EX uppercut in that situation. A confirm from Tokido. Oh my God.
Here comes the setup here. He blocked.
Yeah, he was baiting out the wake up uppercut.
A trade, it worked out okay for both of these players. Kazunoko, the big throw bait, walks in, a step out. It made him believe he was gonna go for the throw. Beautiful work.
Kazunoko almost looking like, ooh, you fell for that. I got you.
You know, the old tricks are the new tricks again. That's how it works. It's especially a dangerous thing, you know, that throw bait. If it's going to kill, if the throw will kill, it becomes so much more menacing.
Then you can't take the throw anymore like we were talking about earlier.
Oftentimes taking that throw worthwhile, especially, I mean, Cammy, when she throws you, she leaves you so far away.
Both of these characters right now, weirdly enough, both of these characters I do consider weirdly similar in game plan. Wants to get up into your face and get some clutch counters in there.
Gates the throw, massive. Tokido in the corner of the red fireball for the advantage, parries it.
Oh, you cannot be reversal me.
Puts him back in the corner as well. Genius. Tokido knows.
Double B skill, and Tokido did not take the bait off of the first one. Sometimes you do 2 in a row because it switches side and you whiff a throw, and then she gets a big old combo off of that. Oh, EX drill, but only just clips and doesn't get any damage. Tokido's got to be fine with that.
He'll take it. Oftentimes, Cammy players do it. Corner positioning for Tokido. He's got another counter hit stun. He's got meter to work with. He can do the red fireball combo here into the EX uppercut at the end for maximum damage, but he chooses to not spend it. Bar to work with, the counter hit.
Again, that's twice now that Kazunoko has been trying to counter something. He's not uppercutting. I don't know what he's hitting, but he has just been taking the dive kick to the face, and that gives Akuma and Tokido a big combo.
Looked like he was trying the standing jab there just to pop him out of the air, right? It's a quick, fast answer, but not often the best one when you have something like a special move, that dive kick, very high priority.
Yeah, and Cammy's standing light punch, not the same league as like a Jury or even a Karin. Yeah, or Nuckledu, yeah, for sure.
Excellent jab anti-air. You see now Tokido, you know, he's very reactive style, a very whiff punish heavy, using those fireballs to make you move, and then he gets stuff off of it.
Did you see him whip that back heavy punch? He's trying to use the priority system to catch Cammy standing medium kick. No, that's not safe. Kazunoko is going to take a big chunk of damage off of that.
Tokido, great positioning here. You can see him willing to give up space and immediately walks back in, defends the ground he's fighting for. Match point now for Tokido.
Tokido, this is another one of those legendary losers bracket runs from the start of top 8. Luffy did it a few years ago, and Tokido's trying to get back in the grand finals the same way. Gamerby did it as well a few years ago.
Parried again, and he's got the big answer. Don't you think about it. The forward heavy punch this time escapes.
Yeah, that one was a guaranteed V reversal. But look at that, just a jump tatsu and right back over. That's gonna be punishable. That's too high up.
Tokido's a genius. He's walking forward, so he blocks the dive kick extremely high on the body. He's so prepared, it's so calculated, he's so ready.
But here's an opportunity. Look at that damage from Kazunoko. Cammy damage output. Ooh.
Kazunoko's got to be careful. One hit confirmed from he got
too
him.
High up again, but couldn't confirm off of that. He thought he was too far. Gets the walk-up throw. Oh boy, be careful of that parry. Oh wait, there's the confirm into the dash-up uppercut. Guess who is going to grand finals? It is Tokido.
What a run from this guy. The only man to beat him all weekend is waiting in that grand finals of Evolution. Kazunoko, of course, goes home with third place. Third place here, third place at Capcom Cup. You know, finishes in the top 3 of these difficult events. Consistent, but not where he needs to be. And now we see him there on stage.
Let's go, Tokido. Look, the U.S. has been chasing a Street Fighter 4/Street Fighter 5 championship for quite some time. But you know who else has been chasing that? This one man right here. He has been trying to get that. He has finished as high as 2nd place, losing to Infiltration the year that Infiltration won Street Fighter 4.
That's 2nd place to Shen in
was
Street
it
Fighter
Shen?
4. Yeah, he lost to him.
Okay.
In that, I believe that was 2013, right? It was the Akuma Gen matchup. I'm trying to think who was even in 2nd place the year Infiltration won. I feel like he beat everybody so badly.
Oh, it might have been Gamerby, actually.
Oh,
I think it was Gamerby. You're right. Thank you.
But I mean, Infiltration that year was so dominant, it's hard to even remember. But this is a different time. You know, Punk, the favorite here, but I think if there's any man in this building who could beat Punk in this game, it's got to be Tokido. He's the only one left. And you know the wild thing, our announcers asked the crowd who they wanted to see win. The crowd was louder for Tokido.
Wow.
In the US of A, asking for a Japanese competitor. I mean,
let me tell you something right now. Punk right now, this is the one player he probably did not want to make it back out of loser's bracket because of what we had talked about, them playing that set. And Punk confirmed to you that he was trying when he lost to Tokido 10-0 in that set. And I just feel like this was the one player that he doesn't want to go against. And I have talked about this many times on stream before. I feel like when you lose, you think about the matchup a lot. You're just like, man, I should have did this, oh, I should have did that. And when you win, you're like, yes, who's my next opponent? Let me study up for them.
Exactly.
And so Tokido might have thought about this a little bit and might have something ready to change for Punk. So I think right now the onus is on Punk to really close this out. I don't think he can expect Tokido to make any mistakes.
Yeah, despite the advantage of having winner's bracket, I really feel that this is a dead even race to get into the grand finals. I think, you know, if there's ever been a time where US is the favorite to win an event, it is this year. But I think heading into this set, Tokido might have the advantage just in terms of how he's been playing, the amount of games he's put in this top 8. He's on fire, he's playing incredible. And you know, Punk really has to step up to the plate. I think if he doesn't close him out quick, he'll be in trouble.
But no pressure.
There's all kinds of pressure here. I mean, you know, he's got the weight of America on his back, but I mean, it's...
His family is here cheering him on.
Of course.
Oh, man. Yeah. And I don't know who he's texting right now. I don't know, or if he's just looking up some notes right now, trying to see if he can remember all the things that he did to take out Tokido the first time they played against each other.
Maybe he's tweeting using hashtag EVO 2017, as the people should be at home if they have any thoughts about this amazing event. This celebration of all things fighting games. We're coming to the conclusion. Our final set of Evolution already. It feels like the weekend has flown by.
I don't even remember this event. Like it just feels like.
Can we just do it again?
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like this giant mishmash of just amazing hype moments, crazy finishes. I mean, we've had 9 games played here, and each one of them have been so crazy in their own way. And in fact, the favorite has only won 1 game, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like almost no. I mean, maybe Ryan LV from Marvel is a favorite, I guess. But yeah, there's been so many upsets. So many EVO champions have fallen. I mean, so many favorites, so many top seeds. And I mean, Punk is surviving. But
yep, he is the last chance now for a favorite coming in to be able to win the event that he is favored for.
Yeah, this is Evolution. I mean, this is where it's all on the line. Punk got a big win at E-League, but this is the big one. This is the championship's the one that everybody cares about, the biggest fighting game event, and the one you got to do it at.
It's not just the championship, it's the championships.
The championships, of course.
Exactly. So Punk right now, you see him giving the handshake to Tokido. These guys are all ready to go. It is going to be Panda Global Punk going up against Echo Fox Tokido here in grand finals, the last game of EVO 2017 weekend. Let's go!
Tokido with that loser's bracket. He's got to claw his way through this set. If he wins 3 games, Punk will be dropped into loser's bracket, and we have a fresh start, another race to 3. So he's got a very, very, very long way to go.
Oh, wow. A nice whiff punish there from Tokido to start. As we said, that's usually Punk's MO. The whiff punish. Oh, what a jump. And he's going to get some big damage off this. Oh, misses the juggle. Misses the reset.
2 in a row. Tokido surviving. He was willing to take a 3rd throw, and Punk didn't believe it. Anti-air. What a
Tokido
block.
ready. Yeah, he was ready for that. Oh. No successful anti-air. Oh, did you see him stagger just a tiny bit? And he's going to be able to get the meter and confirm into the critical R. Take round number 1 here in grand finals.
And Karin really is a resource machine, right? She builds her V-trigger and her regular meter incredibly quick. One of the quickest out of any characters in the game. She has great crush counters and excellent V-skills she can use in combos. And she just builds resources at an absurd rate. It's why he can spend that V-trigger and that CA so often.
Steven, I just heard thousands of people with an Ojo laugh coming from behind us. It was the strangest sound I have ever heard.
Grown men laughing like that. I mean, only here at Evolution.
Look at Tokido, though. This pressure to start the round, and yet he's not even with that big of a life. Okay, here we go. And see, there's the corner carry version of that combo. And here comes Punk coming back.
If he lands a crush counter roundhouse, he could be in good positioning. Wow. You see in and out of there, avoiding and weaving around that jab. Tokido stuck out. Punk now trying to find the hit. If he does and he optimizes, he could kill. See, he's moving, he's trying to be evasive.
What a block from Tokido. Oh, he got him, he was ready, and the uppercut will reach. We're at one round apiece.
Yeah, back and forth. You see Punk very evasive, very loose with his movement. I think Tokido really tightened up at the end there, and he was ready to close it out. Buffer, it works.
Yeah, he reacted to seeing Punk hitting a move. That's how he was able to confirm one hit right into the Tatsu.
That low forward fireball. Akuma, so powerful. What a target combo. Got that air-to-air. He knows Tokido likes that air demon flip.
Oh, no challenge from Punk. Just gonna block the dive kick. Here comes Punk trying to get it. Oh no, ate it. He just ate the dive kick. And oh, beautiful side switch there from Tokido. There, he has the opportunity to go either direction. He said, oh, gonna be a stun.
Very close. He hit a button. He's so genius. The taunt. He did a taunt combo to Punk in grand finals of EVO. I've never seen him do anything like that.
Tokido now trying to take a weapon of Punk's into his own arsenal. Getting him with a taunt combo, and look, as experienced and as great as Punk is, he is 18 years old. The nerves right now, the pressure.
It's got to be weighing so heavily on him. I mean, Tokido's been playing and competing in fighting games since before Punk was born.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And Punk, the weight of an entire country on his shoulders right now. And he is looking good here. He has responded great. But here comes Tokido.
Huge knockdown. It's a side switch as well. Looks to bait the throw. It
Oh,
lands.
he tried to walk
Stun.
under.
No, he dropped it. He actually didn't get the combo. The V-trigger was out, so Tokido couldn't extend. Punk survives.
Shout out to Tokido for being aware that his V-trigger ran out, but it threw him off, and he was like, wait. And then that's how Punk got that throw in there, but so close to the comeback.
The walk under, beautiful stuff. If Tokido had just done the slide, he probably would have caught him, but didn't work out. The delay, looking to frame trap Tokido's defense, impeccable. Walk under punishes the landing frames again.
And a stun, just like that.
Looking to find a hit here. We'll see what happens. Oh, little whip and the sweep. Punk staying alive. And you can see how happy it was. I've never seen him so emotional, so invested in a match.
Right. Well, he knows that this is it. This is the biggest match of his life. But this just is. This is the one to take Evolution 2017 to etch his name in a list of amazing players.
Oh, the big jump over. Punk was ready for it. Huge confirm. He's looking to bait the throw now. Tokido's defense, though, excellent so far. He's really been patient. Fishing. All that gray adding up, and he gets it at the end. Huge jump. Tokido trying to find stun. The V reversal, it allows him to escape. V reversaling lowers your stun bar.
And now Tokido countering Punk with his own whip punishes. Now he's gonna get the stun. Tokido taking round one of game number 3, optimizing the kill as well with the back throw to gain as much meter as possible, even though it's full already.
Yeah, he has the full meter now. That double uppercut, immediately the back throw. Back throw builds you the most meter out of all the throws. EX missed. You rarely see that from Punk.
The nerves. Oh, he knows. He sees that Tokido likes to do that red fireball, and he knows that's not a true block string. He's the first player to punish it.
In Punk's style, he's got to be so on point. He's got to be so ready. And you can see if there's a little bit of nerves in there, and lead the big drops in crucial moments. Air to air. Other side, found a hit.
He should be able to take the round with this. There it is.
We had to spend 1 bar. Karin, a resource machine. She'll have that third one if he wants to build it. If not, he can burn it, get big damage anyway.
Oh, what a reaction. Starting off with some good damage.
Wonderful reaction. He was just so prepared. And there's the jump back air to air. Punk solving all these issues, really just showing that awareness.
Good block, and wow. speaking of good block, good defense from Tokido as well. Being very patient. Oh, he walked into it. Punk just walked into it, and Tokido, gets the crush counter, but that was out of the air. It was out of the air, so he's not going to get anything, but he's going to get something off of the cross-up.
Pulls the stun. Ah, the stun it is. Tokido, a second game over Punk. It's so fast. That demon flip throw, incredibly quick. Punk wasn't ready for any kind of anti-air. He went for the block, but Tokido, the genius, he knew that that was going to be the stun. It was going to give him the kill. So aware.
Never used it up until that point, but the demon flip throw, I don't think I've seen him do it all top 8, in fact.
So here it is, the crush counter. Punk will get the pressure after, yeah. Crush counter sweep, guaranteed a hard knockdown. It takes a long time for your opponent to stand up. Look at this, Tokido, finally, there's a whip punish. Punk had it, confirmed it, got it.
Too far for the throw to connect. Tokido now jumping out of the dangerous potential corner. That standing medium kick is paying dividends for Tokido.
Exactly, and Tokido finds that corner because of it. I mean, the whip punishing and the interrupting with medium kick so important.
Close the stun! And he gets Punk with the shimmy now.
Activation, and it's the kill. Tokido 1 round from resetting the bracket.
The only man who has been able to defeat Tokido in a set this weekend was Punk. But at the same time, there is no way Punk wants to face Tokido, as we talked about in a casual set. Punk was defeated soundly by Tokido, and that's going to be weighing on Punk's mind.
Yeah, a longer set like this generally favors the more experienced. Ability to adapt is so important, and that's what we have here in front of us, the throw.
You start to second guess yourself so much, but beautiful, got right under there. And now Punk with the stun.
He's gonna take the side reset here, baits the throw, and then he goes in and gets it anyway. A great round for Punk. He's trying to survive and get himself a game here.
U.S. fan base here cheering, but wow, a sweep. That's very uncharacteristic to just go for that at that kind of a range. Tokido getting in there with big damage, spending all of his resources to get as much damage as possible. Great patience from Punk, and he reads the actual throw.
Fighting out of there, he's got a lot of resources to work with. If he finds a hit, we'll have an even game here. Look at this, waiting out the B-trigger time. Got him.
Oh no, he's not gonna go into the critical art just yet. Goes for a throw instead. Oh, spinning the meter just for an anti-air Tenko.
Cornered himself though, very risky from Punk. And you see Tokido trying to maintain it. He moves backwards, the throw. Close to being able to stun in this round. Punk, you see buffering. He's waiting for a jump or a fireball. What a jump from Punk.
But he has the life lead now. Going down so early in the match with the life lead now.
Oh, anti-air.
Yeah. Gets the throw,
throw.
He noticed Tokido's blocking a lot, so he's going for a little bit more throws now.
That button was so risky, the throw. The block. Yeah. Tokido with full V-trigger. If he finds a hit, Punk is for sure dead.
Oh, but he was hit out of the air. Punk landed into it. He's going to try to V-reversal to save himself. Now Chip becomes a concern if he can get another, like, 2 small hits on Tokido. Tokido has in V-trigger. Oh, here he comes. What's the mix-up? What a throw tech. Only 16 seconds, but he walks into the fireball. We have a reset here in Grand Finals. Tokido has sent Punk to the loser's bracket, essentially. And we are back at 0-0 between the 2 players. Tokido chasing down his first Evolution win for Street Fighter. And Punk trying to get the US's first win for Street Fighter. Who will end their losing? Who will end their futile streak?
This is huge, Tokido. The momentum is massive. The tech, it's looking miserable here for Punk. He's in so much trouble.
This is where the mental fortitude comes into play. He is just 18 years old. He needs to not let this get to him. He needs to shake this off right now and get back to what he was doing in the winner's bracket when he sent Tokido to losers.
You can see here, Punk, every answer is just thwarted. Tokido's too prepared. He's so ready, learning this character ahead of everybody else. Really just laying the groundwork for us, and nobody can be prepared for something that you invented, created. You're the only one who can show everybody how powerful it is.
Oh, he
the
drops.
EX Tenko as well.
And again, he has just been walking into those standing medium kicks. Here's the setup. It works. He gets him from the other side. And it's going to be an uppercut. So now the next mix-up could be death or stun.
The
he
demon
goes
flip
for the
throw.
throw. Tokido has the lead. He is one game up over Punk.
You can see he's unsettled. Punk is not ready for this. There's so much pressure on him.
Take some time. Take some time. Do not jump back into this match.
He did the thumbs up. This is what happens. It's slipping from him. You can see evolution. It's just right out of his reach. He's just playing so fast. Tokido so ready.
Yeah, even in the ground footsie game, this is so uncharacteristic of Punk. I haven't seen him walk into this many normal moves, I think, in the entire time I've been watching him play.
I've never seen him look like this. He's just not prepared. He's unsettled by Tokido. The nerves are getting to him. The stakes here at Evolution. The confirm again. The back throw. He is marching all over him.
3 very dominant rounds in a row for Tokido.
This is just so out of control now. It's out of Punk's hands. He's got to stop the bleeding.
Oh, and this is not a good start. He's in the corner.
Another low forward was landing. Tokido really just all kinds of comfortable. He's doing what he wants here.
Okay, here we go. This is a round now for Punk, and he even punishes the EX Demon Flip. The second he didn't connect, so he didn't get the stud, but he gets the throw. Here we go. That's the round that you want. That is the round that Punk needs to get himself back and to right the ship. Get it going in the right direction again.
He's got all the resources to work with. He's got to settle here. He's got to find his moment, his opportunity. The big medium kick, you can see that button is huge. It like teleports you forward almost. 5 frames, massively huge hitbox, super fast. Interrupt, Tokido was ready but didn't get the confirmation.
Oh, see, this is the footsies that we know Punk can play. Oh no, but just then, now all of a sudden, EX Demon Flip dive kick gets in there.
Demon Flip is so good.
Oh, the counter hit.
Huge now, the big uppercut Tokido. If this game is his, he'll be in amazing positioning.
Gotta activate the V trigger to keep that safe. Oh, he used the medium kick. He used the medium kick, and we are going to get a demon finish here for Tokido. He's up 2-0 over Punk. It's all slipping away from him, and Tokido can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
The losers bracket run through top 8. The US's only hope. This was their year at Evolution, and it's falling apart. Tokido marching, showing how much he means to him. Last year was supposed to be his year. He flunked out of Evolution, 0-2 out of Capcom Cup. He is now up 2-0 in the reset here at EVO.
And Punk is just falling apart. He had that one good round. He needs to remember what happened there. Get back into that mindset. But here comes Tokido. He has just been pressuring with these throws. The throw mix-up has been too strong for Tokido.
He's unstoppable. There's never been a moment where Punk can be comfortable. Misses the punish on the Tatsu.
All right, but here we go. Big jumping now. Huge opportunity for Punk.
Takes the slide on the knockdown. He's looking for pressure, the fierce.
Oh, that was just too high. He just missed that. He just missed that.
Counter hit confirmed Tokido. He's gonna have the setup here. Left or right, you gotta guess.
Oh my God. Big damn, oh my, is that enough?
He's dead. Tokido gets another round. He's 1 round from Evolution.
He has had an Evolution 2017 point, ladies and gentlemen. It's just 1 round away for Tokido. Is he gonna dash the dreams and hope of all of US?
This is his opportunity. He's trying to fight for it. Punk has got to stay alive in this bracket. He's got to get around for himself.
He's got a long road ahead of him. He needs to win 3 games in a row. He needs to build some sort of momentum here. He needs to shake Tokido somehow, and this is a great start. He gets the jump in over the fireball. Punk staying alive.
Oh, risky jump for Punk, but he got away with it. Tokido is playing amazingly, but there are holes, there are moments where Punk can capitalize. He's just got to find them. Ooh, a huge jump from Tokido.
And that is not a life deficit that you want to start with. Oh, beautiful anti-air challenge to the Demon Flip. Okay.
Takes the throw. We're very even here in this round. The other side, Punk stayed ducking. He had a read.
Again, walking into that standing medium kick.
Tokido, he needs anything now to take this match. He's got V-trigger. If he finds a hit, he'll kill.
He jumped onto it.
Oh,
He baited the throw.
That's it. That's it. Tokido is the Evolution 2017 champion, coming all the way from loser's bracket. He's done it. He has won Evolution finally. He's been chasing it for so long, and there it is. Tokido with his first Street Fighter first place finish here at Evolution.
What an incredible performance. He had that moment last year. He lost so early in the bracket, 0-2 at Capcom Cup. He had something to prove. Almost nobody expected him to be here this week, and he showed up and performed, and you can see the elation, the emotion on his face. It means so much to him.
He is trying so back to hold back those emotions, and I'm not gonna lie, so am I. I've watched this guy play for over 15 years. I've been watching this guy. And like I said, he started off winning a CVS 2, but he has never won it since we had gotten to the point of that 2009 Evolution Street Fighter 4. And Tokido has finally achieved this dream. He's been chasing this for so long, for almost a decade now.
The second place curse was Tokido for forever. You know, when he joined Echo Fox, he picked Akuma, and his manager, AJ, asked him, "Are you sure about Akuma?" Tokido looked at him and he said, "Trust Tokido. Trust Tokido, believe in me," and you can see the fruits of his labors. The pose on the Evolution stage. Your champion, Tokido, in Street Fighter V. You thought this was the year of the red, white, and blue, but it was the year of the demon, the murder face himself. Tokido is your Evolution champion. What a performance. It's incredible.
And you know what? We definitely have to take a time out just to talk about Punk right now, because I know he is super emotional. I've seen him take some losses, and he takes them to heart. When he lost at South by Southwest, qualifying out of the polls, and he went 0-2, I remember finding him with his head down on the table in the back. And I can't imagine how he's feeling right now. But to get to second place at only 18 years old is an accomplishment that cannot be downplayed. He came in as the favorite. He played out of his mind, and it took a Tokido who might be playing at one of the highest levels I've ever seen any human being on this planet play at, to defeat him. He was the only one that was able to do this. Punk, if he's anywhere out there, if he's watching this again, if he can find any strength to watch this again, watch this back, you are a true champion of Street Fighter, and I only expect more amazing, wonderful things from him. But let's get some word with Gutex talking to Tokido.
Here with the EVO 2017 Street Fighter V champion, Tokido. Everybody give it up. This man came out of loser's bracket to win 6 games against Punk. Tokido, congratulations. How do you feel?
You guys know from my face, I'm so happy now.
Yes! Give it up! It wasn't that long ago, EVO 2013, that you got second place in Street Fighter 4 here at EVO. You know, now that what was the steps that you took to go from, second place to recover? Tell us about your training.
At that time, I just go to training mode. Then I play my training style, but it doesn't work. I have to know opponent what's thinking. I have to control opponent. This is a fighting game, interesting thing. So I practice a lot, control opponent.
So, give it up for control, yeah. So then, you know, Punk basically ran through everybody, and Punk controlled everyone. How were you able to control Punk?
Because I have a friend. It's very long time ago, we meet together and practice a lot. His main character is Karin. It's same as Punk.
A secret training partner.
It's not secret. But I have Mago.
Ah, good old Mago. Where's Mago? Where's Mago? Good old Mago-san. Well, congratulations. You know, you came all the way from Japan. Is there anybody at home or is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
Yes. Just one thing I want to say. Fighting game is something so great. Thank you so much.
Do you want to say anything in Japanese? Don't worry about us don't worry about us that don't speak Japanese, that don't understand. I want you to say something to the people at home in Japanese.
応援してくれたファンの皆さんももちろん、やっぱり僕と対戦してくれて、本当にお互いを倒すべく、お互いが自分を上達させるべく対戦してくれた人たちに本当にありがとうと言いたいです。ありがとうございました。
Congratulations on all your hard work. It was an amazing performance. Everybody give it up for Tokido!
What an incredible interview that was. I mean, fighting games are great. The answer I didn't expect from Tokido. And he really said it all, I feel like, for here, you know, for us here at Evolution. The champion, he worked so hard for it. You can see how much it meant to him. He is the champ for a good reason. He thanks Mago, of course, for helping him train, but really you got to give that guy all the credit in the world. After a year like last year where he worked so hard, he performed so amazing, but he came up short so many times. So many people joked about his inability to come up big in these moments, and it's got to mean the world to him to do it here. Of course, I'm sure he's very happy about it, and I'm sure many of the people are at home. I think that's one of the craziest losers bracket runs we've ever seen here at Evolution.
Yeah, you heard everybody in the crowd chanting his name. I mean, look, I can tell you right now, if everybody probably felt the same way, if there was going to be a Japanese player who was going to stop that run, they would have wanted it to be Tokido.
Of course, yeah. We all feel the same way, of course, I think, James. I mean, it's been one of those weekends, you know. We all come together to celebrate fighting games, and as he said, fighting games are great.
Damn it, why did he have to say that?
Well, I know, you guys don't know, that's what got James the worst. It almost got me too, I won't lie. It wouldn't be EVO without that view, would it? And there he Hey, as you mentioned, Punk, yeah. I mean, he's got to feel some kind of way after that. What a crazy run he had in this bracket. The favorite to win Evolution, just upset by Tokido.
I can't say enough about Punk. I can't say enough about how great of a player he is.
We talk so much about it, but we're going to head to the award stage there. We're going to have the interviews and to go over all the players who performed so well this weekend. Let's get down to the stage there, hear what they have to say about the awards.
Also in 7th place, Filipino champ! In 5th place, please cheer for Moke! Also tied for 5th. Give it up for Nuckledu! In 4th place, Itabashi Zangief! In 3rd place, Kazunoko! In 2nd place, get loud for Pong! And in 1st place, the new Street Fighter World Champion, Tokido!
There it is, your champion of Evolution this year, 2017, Tokido, and you can see how much it means to him, and Punk in 2nd place, of course. It's got to be an emotional moment for him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny because I get so emotional about this every year, but you know what? Like Tokido said it best. There's no other better way to say it. Fighting games are great. The fact that they bring all these people together to play for one hobby like this, at an event like this, thousands of people speaking just like the universal language of the fighting game, and they come back year after year after year, even though they know they're not going to win. They come here and they say, you know what, I'm going to be going 1-2, 0-2, I don't care, but what keeps bringing them back, And it's
that fighting games are great.
Fighting games are great, and I really do I want to repeat a quote from our good friend Z, because he said this a few years ago, and it's always been one of my favorite quotes. And you wonder why these people come back and year after year to play. And he said, "EVO is love, L-O-V-E. If when you hold that L and run it back, EVO."
Yeah.
And that is the best way to put it. EVO is love. The people come back because this event is unlike anything else in the entire video game world.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible year. Thanks for joining me as always, James. It was good to have the tears this year.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
All right, and thank you guys. Thank you everybody at home for watching. And we will see you again next year for EVO 2018.